showing some love. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search KHEA Radio. Make sure that you're liking us on Facebook because we're going to be having some fun today. We have some fun every day. It's going to be a good day. It is Monday. So I was at the gym this morning and somebody behind me, well, I was behind them and I was walking in. They're like, hey, sorry if I'm walking slow, which I didn't think they were. But they're like, it's Monday, Mondays. And kind of like trying to see if I'd get on. I was like, actually, Monday is my favorite day of the week. And they were like, really? They just like went off.
That's funny.
I know. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And it is a beautiful, awesome, wonderful Monday morning. We are going to have Chef Mary Bass in studio. We're also going to have the Lamarck, Texas City entertainer in studio talking about everything that is Galveston County, everything that's going on here in our community. I'm excited for it.
I'm excited. It's Monday. It's your favorite day of the week.
It is my favorite day of the week. You know why, right?
Because it's the beginning of a new week, a beginning of a new dawn, the age of Gardy.
Wow, a new dawn.
A new dawn.
Like the dish detergent, the dishwashing soap. Yeah, there's new dawn, a new week. Got to wash new dishes this week. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it is Monday, and I'm excited to get it started because we have another action-packed, fun week. We have guests. We have a weekend of events that are going on because guess what? BioFest is finally upon us.
This Saturday. You know what that means for our Facebook family?
I know exactly what that means.
It means that somebody's going to get a chance to meet Clay Walker, and it's all thanks to us at KHEA Radio.
Not only us, but also to the city of Lamarck for allowing us to make that giveaway possible.
Well, let's be honest.
We didn't really ask.
We did begged. We did got on our hands and knees in front of Colleen.
Please.
And we said, please.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
Let us
our
do
listeners
something.
Need a chance to meet Clay Walker. And she was like, guys, get up off your knees. Get up here. You can have the tickets to Clay Walker. And we're like, thank you. You're the best.
Yeah, so that is going to be happening. We're going to be doing a drawing pretty much. So you have the opportunity to meet country legend Clay Walker. He's a Texas guy. He is a Texas guy, local.
Beaumont.
Yep, from Beaumont. I've learned a lot about Clay Walker this past week or so, and it's been great. So if you haven't had the opportunity to go and enter and watch that video, share it out, comment, and do everything that the instructions say, go do it. Go do it now because you still have the opportunity to win meet and greet passes, VIP meet and greet passes to have the opportunity to hang out with Clay Walker.
We are also announcing the winner of our Pierogi Queen gift cards. If you haven't seen that video, that is our featured video on our page. Just go to the top of the page. You can enter to win. We have 3 winners for those gift cards at Pierogi Queen. That food still looks delicious.
Yeah, I think that everybody's a winner. You know why?
Because they got to see the food.
They got to see the video. And a lot of people that, have given feedback on that said, hey, what is this? Where is this? I had no idea this place was there. This has been voted one of the top 100 restaurants in the greater Houston area by the Houston Press, which is a big deal. I think and I could be wrong, but as far as I know, I think they were the only League City restaurant to be voted in that top 100. And there are some other great restaurants in League City, but this one has a different twist. It's something different. It's Polish food. It's pierogies. I have found out that pierogies are a part of my life and who I am now. I want to get a pierogi life tattoo, kind of like Tupac has on his stomach right there and see how that goes. I think it would be really nice. The pierogi life, because that's how good they are. So check them out.
Yes, I'm super excited. We also are recapping some stuff that we did this weekend that's also happening this coming weekend, and that's Heartbreak Hotel Hallelujah at Abundant Life Christian Center.
Yeah.
We had a fun time there this weekend, where we were able to see some awesome performances by Tupac.
He was there.
He was there.
Pierogi life.
We also saw some stuff from Britt Nicole and some other bands as well. And it was a great weekend.
Yeah, so it's going to be going on again this Friday, this Saturday, 7 o'clock. Me and Curt, we're going to be there with, probably KHEA radio shirts on and ready to go. I'm excited because it was such a good turnout. We actually got up on the stage. We snuck
Twice.
Up on the stage 2 times to address the crowd, and it was good feedback. But whenever I said like, has anybody heard of KHEA radio? It's the greatest radio station in the world. It was like, a mediocre. I was like, okay, I'm going to ask it again because now you've heard about it because I just told you. And then it was a better response. But I need our people. I need our people that know about us and watch us on social media and Facebook. You got to come out because I'm going to ask it again. And I want to hear like a lion's roar from the crowd.
I didn't sign any babies' foreheads this weekend.
Are you surprised?
And I'm a little disappointed. I thought people would be like, Kurt, I really want you to sign my forehead. And nobody wanted that.
Maybe not this weekend. Maybe at Bayou Fest on Saturday.
Oh, Bayou Fest would be awesome.
It's going to be a busy day that day. I am excited for it.
Yeah, we're going to be out all day because we got Bayou Fest starting early that morning. We're going to be out there for the majority of the day and then Heartbreak Hotel that night. Are you ready for that?
I am more than ready. I am very excited. The only thing that can make me more ready is if we got t-shirts printed this week so we could have some when we're out. We're going to have to make some phone calls, make some messages, send them out so we can get something rolling this week. I am excited. If you're watching on KHEA Radio Facebook page, go ahead and share this video out. We have Chef Mary Bass coming in. You know that it's always a fun time. We're going to be talking about Katie's Seafood House, talking about what went on this past weekend at the Bay Area Houston Women's Conference, where she was one of the speakers and had an interacting cooking session. It was interacting because we got to eat some of the food. That's what's up.
They had enough tacos for everybody. Did she cook all of that then?
Yeah, I think so. Speaking of your little rant about wanting to sign a baby's forehead for some reason, Solian said that she'll bring her baby brother so you can sign his forehead. So how about that?
Yes. I'm excited. It's from Talladega Nights, where he's walking through and signs the baby's forehead.
Oh, I thought you made it up.
No, I stole it from. What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, no, that's a pretty funny movie.
Yes.
That's a Will Ferrell thing.
And signing babies' foreheads.
Yep.
I'm not Will Ferrell, so.
Wait, what?
What?
You're fired.
Dang.
Get Will Ferrell in here. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I'm so excited for what this week is going to bring us. Today, we're going to have the Texas City Lamarck entertainer. I want to be entertained. Whenever they walk in, that's what I'm going to say. I want to be entertained. Where do I need to go? Where do I need to be? And I'm going to say the first thing that the Lamarck Texas City entertainer should be pointing people to is Heartbreak Hotel this weekend and Bayou Fest this weekend. What else is going on in Lamarck, Texas City that's bigger than that? I'll wait. I will wait. Somebody let me know if there is other things going on. Yeah, let us know.
Nah, there isn't anything else. I think it's going to be interesting because he knew about us. He knew about KHEA Radio. And I'm like, why haven't we been featured yet in your magazine? That should be like the first thing that we talk to him about, right?
Okay, here's something else. This is true. That is true. So Aaron said the juniors won against HRD last night, 250-75. I'm about 95% sure we're talking about roller derby, Southside roller derby in this case.
They got 250
points. I was going to say, what kind of scoring's going on here? Is this like all-star game in the NBA? No defense? I don't know. Is that like a normal score range for
We didn't ask them about how do you score. Like
no. We did ask how you scored.
How do you score, but we didn't ask about the point totals.
Wow.
That's funny. We should have.
Hey,
Is it like 7 points? So it's almost like the New England Patriots Chiefs game last night where it's like 43-40.
Yes. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio. I have to give a shout out to Texas Chronicles History, Mystery, and Adventure and our good friend Joe Perez, who also chimed in and said, Kurt, I'll let you sign Eli's forehead. Eli is his son and is awesome.
I mean, that would be the epitome of signing someone's forehead. If it's Eli's forehead, that's the best forehead to sign.
And that's true because you're not just signing any forehead. He's like a celebrity.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like, that you've made stardom when you're signing Eli's forehead.
Yeah, because Eli, he has his own thing, Texas Chronicles. He has a kids edition. A lot of people.
Reed's, he was in that commercial.
He was, yeah.
For TJ Reed's. So Eli's pretty famous. I definitely would feel honored to sign Eli's forehead. And you can tell him that. I would feel honored.
Yeah. Right now,
I might let him sign my forehead. Eli signing my forehead. I think he's more famous than I am.
You're not famous at all. I don't even know sometimes where you're going with these things. Like Kurt lives in his little reality world.
I'm not
sometimes
famous.
You're not.
I have a sandwich.
Not even
named
a little
after me.
bit. That doesn't. Okay, so the sandwich is famous. And what are you? Who are you? People would like. Kurt walks into this place every time. Shout out to the Texas Pit Stop because he weaseled his way into having a sandwich that's named after himself because he's like, you know what you should do? Here's what you. And then he anyways, gave this spiel. Every time he walks in there, he's like, I'll have the Casper. And they're like, okay, cool. And he's like, you know what's named after me? They're like, okay, yeah, all right.
I was like, can you tell me about the Casper? And they're like, aren't you the Casper? And I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
That has never happened. Literally never happened.
No, they don't even know me.
No.
I should have had like the picture of me holding the Casper should be the first thing that they see. No. I did it all wrong.
No, and this is why I should have been called something with the radio station. And then whenever like you walk in, because you wear, I would say every like 2 to 3 days you have on a KHEA radio shirt, which makes sense. Everybody should do that.
Every 2 to 3 days.
Yes. And then whenever you walk in there every 2 to 3 days to get food from the pit stop, you'd have it on. And then they'd be like, oh, snap. That is that radio. That's the sandwich. And then it would be like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe in another alternate universe, things actually flow right on this show. And that's how things played out.
Didn't we say that? We said in some universe, it's named the KHEA radio station, like sandwich or something like that.
It's Kickstart.
It's the Kickstart sandwich. And KHEA has like 1 million followers on Facebook. In some universe out there in the world,
yeah,
we're famous somewhere.
Why are you so obsessed with saying that?
KHEA radio is famous, not me. Not me.
Curt, okay. Whenever we had Curt's mom in studio, this is something I should have asked her.
Dang.
Like, why is Curt so obsessed with being famous? And what is it about like fame?
Because it's the
like,
lifestyle of the rich and the famous.
What is
the song?
I
grew
Good
up
Charlotte.
I grew up listening to that song. Lifestyle.
So did I. I like Good Charlotte, but okay.
They're always complaining.
Anyways, it's 8:42. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. We're going to have Chef Mary Bass in studio for Chef Mary Mondays at 9 o'clock. So hopefully she brings something interesting and weird for us to eat.
She has that cheese. Remember from Natasha? It brought some cheese back from, I think it was Wisconsin, wasn't it?
No, dude, it's from like
overseas.
Do you want me to say?
I do.
It's like,
well, let's tease it.
No, it's brown Norwegian cheese or something like that.
That's right.
I know. Right. You're like, Wisconsin?
Well, because Wisconsin cheese is pretty good. And I'm trying to think of it as Wisconsin cheese.
Well, if it's brown, I don't know if the cheese from Wisconsin's brown.
How do you get brown cheese?
I don't know. I feel like Chef Mary will be able to explain this to us. Maybe it's a little bit of paint. You rub it in the dirt. I don't know. I really don't know. You plant a cheese tree, and it grows out, and cheese comes, and it's brown but from the dirt. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Colleen in the city of Lamarck. What's up? Good morning, beautiful Lamarck, Texas. We have BioFest going on this Saturday, and we are giving away a pair of passes to meet and greet Clay Walker, the Texas country music legend. He's going to be here on Saturday performing, putting on an awesome show, and he's been doing it for years all around the world, and it'll be no exception here in Lamarck, Texas. This will probably be his greatest performance yet. So you need to mark your calendars, come out to BioFest, hang out with me, hang out with Curt. We're going to be talking to every person that's there. You know, there's supposed to be about 25,000 people there. How many people do you think we will be able to actually interact with?
25,001.
And who's the extra one?
We're going to find somebody on the way that we pull over on the side of the road and greet them and be like, hey, we're KHEA Radio.
I was going to say,
come with us to Bayou Fest.
I was going to say that it would be Clay Walker, because usually you don't count the talent and the people that are in attendance. So it's going to be 25,000 people in attendance. And then we're going to make Clay Walker the one, 25,001. He's going to be like, guys, how did y'all get back here?
Get out of my trailer.
What's going on? Why is that guy wearing a hot dog suit? What's the deal?
Ooh, can I wear the hot dog suit to Bayou Fest?
Yes, 100% yes, you can wear the hot dog suit. Actually, you can't go to BioFest unless you have the hot dog suit on. How about that?
I like this. I like where this is going now. I'm excited. I'm excited. The hot dog suit hasn't been worn in a while. It's got to get ready for Halloween.
Yep. It's been cleaned. It's been dry, pressed. It has been ironed, steamed, and ready to go for BioFest.
So also coming up shortly on the 31st, it's our Hallelujah Harvest at Abundant Life Christian Center. And
That's true.
I have a business associate, and we need to plan out a costume for that.
Is she going to actually hang out with you? Is she coming? I mean, your business partner?
Possibly.
Dang,
There's a chance. But if I have a hot dog suit, what complements the hot dog suit? Or
chili?
do I come up? Ooh,
Mustard?
Ketchup? It has mustard on it.
Relish?
Or cheese. I don't know what it is. It's
cheese
definitely
goes on
yellow. It's definitely yellow.
It's mustard.
It's already on there.
Yeah.
Or do I get something else? Do I get a new costume and I'm like the Hamburger Chronicles or something like that?
No, now you're just pushing it. Don't mess up a good thing, you know?
Just wear the hot dog suit.
Just wear the hot dog suit.
Forever, ever at Hallelujah Harvest be wearing a hot dog suit.
So whenever your business associate comes, you know, her costume can be like as your girlfriend or something, and that'd be like pretty.
And we're going to something else.
It's 8:46. Okay, I know exactly where we're going with this. So check it out. Last week we had a beautiful thing happened where we got like 300 and something Facebook likes in a day because people wanted to see Curt, who is kind of mentioned his thoughts on childbirth and compared it to things like, oh, it's like a Charlie horse. It's like a cramp, you know, childbirth may be comparable to, kidney, I don't know, other stuff. Right.
Right.
And so there were people that were saying, I don't know if that's right. I've had both happen. I'm not me. I'm speaking of someone else, childbirth and, other stuff. And anyways, push came to shove and people spoke and they want you to go through the joy, the beauty of childbirth simulation.
I'm still dreading this.
So that's happening this week. And I actually got multiple messages, multiple people reaching out to me. They're like, is that happening on Monday? And it's not happening today, but it is happening soon. I'm actually gonna make a couple of phone calls and track this down. We're gonna set this up. It's gonna be special, and I'm looking forward to it. How about you, Curt?
So I saw the KRBE version, which is where we kind of stole the idea from.
100%.
Shout out to KRBE.
Thank you.
104.1.
It's one.
Okay, and it looked painful. Special K looked like he was in pain. Like he looked. And he's a guy that I would be like, you know what? You're a guy that can take pain.
Sure.
You look at Special K. Special K looks like he can take pain. I look like I can take pain? No, sir. So for me, this is definitely, I might pass out. It might happen, especially if you won't let me have an epidural.
I wonder if Special K stands for Special Curt. But he's Curt with the K and you're Curt with the C.
That would be awesome.
We gotta find out what his real name is.
Well, we try calling.
Texas Chronicles History, Mystery, and Adventure said, I'll pay $100 to turn the knob once. Burp, just to turn it up one. I feel like a lot of people would love to have the opportunity to be there and have that experience. We're going to set it up. I have an idea, and I think it's going to work out really, really well. You're going to be very excited for it.
We have to find a location. I feel like, would a lot of people show up for the live video? Would they almost like Bonnie's Donuts almost to see Curt in pain eating a cinnamon roll?
We could do something at Butler's Courtyard. Yes, we're going to rent out the facility. No, sorry, the wedding's canceled. There was a wedding this weekend. We're canceling it because Curt is having KHEA Junior.
Maybe we should ask our Facebook family, where's a good place that we could have this?
Yeah, I have a couple ideas.
Uh-oh.
The hospital. Yeah, I don't UTMB or Butler's Courtyard, or we could do it like in a bathtub.
Care 24-hour.
Yeah, home birth, maybe.
Oh, and have you seen? There's apparently people are now using water, a lot more water bursts where they're going underwater, not just in a bathtub.
Okay,
going underwater to have the birth.
I can see how that would take your mind off of things.
Go scuba diving, and then all of a sudden, baby.
In the ocean?
Yes.
I don't know.
You didn't see that? I saw an article about it this week. I was doing a lot of research about childbirth this weekend, just making sure, okay, what is a contraction? What does it feel like? How often does it happen?
Okay.
Can I get through this?
You can.
What's it like to have a baby? Those are the questions that I have to go through.
All right. And we're going to be learning more as this goes on. Curt seems to be excited. You hear him giggling like a little schoolgirl over there. It's 8:50. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on until 11 a.m. You're tuned to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. I am excited about our guest today. Coming up first, we have Chef Mary Bass.
And then coming up second, we have the Texas City Lamarck Entertainer talking about their magazine that they have for our area.
Yep. It's going to be a good time. We're going to take a quick break. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Mosaic, Now and Forever. Stay tuned if you're listening on KHEARadio.com. If you're listening on our Facebook stream, make sure you share this video out. Make sure you're liking KHEA Radio. It's 99.5 FM. What's up, KHEARadio.com? Our good friends, family, people. How's everybody doing today?
Did we ever figure out? No, it's still.
Yeah, it's still that way. I kind of like it for now until
I do
something
too.
happens.
It's cool. But it is, we got to make sure that we turn back on the radio afterwards.
Yeah.
We have to make sure our listeners care. They want to listen on KHEARadio.com.
That's why somebody had reached out the other day and said something like, hey, you know, the stream's not working because I guess that for whatever reason, something switched up in our wiring and now you have to do this. And it'll work.
Yes.
So, yep.
That's awesome. It's great because then we have people who listen over the online version as well, KHEARadio.com. And also on the TuneIn app.
Yeah, so at KHEARadio.com, you can do a lot of things. You can find out information about our station. You can also send us an email if you would like to become a partner, become a sponsor, find out more info how that works. You can easily access that. You can also donate to us so that way we can keep upgrading our system, and we have a bunch of ideas and there's a bunch of stuff that we want to do. And so it takes people that hang out with us and support us and believe in KHEA Radio and believe in our community, essentially, is what it kind of boils down to. And you can do that at KHEARadio.com.
One of the things that we're trying to do is trying to purchase some cameras so that way we can showcase our guests when they come in. And so by donating and being a part of our listener base, and participating, you are helping us get to that point where we can purchase some cameras so that you can look at like the pimples on my face. You can see
HD.
the pimples on Gardy's face.
I have beautiful skin.
I have a couple. And then also all of our beautiful guests that come in here who don't have pimples.
Even more. It's mainly about the guests. I was talking to my wife last night, and it's literally about, it's hard to say like how much I think about stuff that we do here. There's a lot of stuff that we're involved in, but I think about it a lot and how much better it can be. And, you know, ideas we can do to take it to the next level. And I was like, man, I wish I could if I could just purchase that myself, and I may do it, even if I have to like go do it on credit so we can get that stuff. It's about $4,000. Right. And so I was like, it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money. You know, it's just money. And I was like, well, I could do that. Cause it would literally, I think it would literally take our station up. Like, that's the quickest thing we could do to take it to the next level. And there's so many reasons why.
People would be able to interact with us.
Yeah.
We would be able to, you know, showcase the guests, because right now it's showcasing the sign. I mean, it's a beautiful sign.
It's my side and this side of my face.
And that side of your face.
Yeah.
So when you walk up to people, you'll be like, is this my good side or is this my good side?
And you
because
know,
they always see this side.
This is actually my good side, but people don't even recognize me when they see me on that side. But so we would get
like, I think I saw an ear very similar to that somewhere.
With that cost, we'd be able to get a switcher. So we'd have lower thirds, we'd have sweepers, we'd have everything. And it's so awesome. And here's the other thing. Once we get that, we're taking this show and we're putting it on channel 46 in Houston, which we actually run from here too. So whenever we have guests in and everything runs as good as it can, that same program, the first 30 minutes or whatever section we decide to, we could actually take the same show, break it up into 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, and put it on like...
We could run the whole 2.5 hours if
potentially,
we wanted to.
Yes.
It's just a matter of scheduling.
Yes.
Chef Mary Beth just woke up 2 minutes ago and is on her way.
Yes.
I'm surprised she wanted 9 o'clock.
Why?
Because she's told us before, 9 o'clock's early for her. Or she said...
9 o'clock's early for you.
It is. For me to get here by 9
o'clock. What time did you wake up? Because I texted you at like...
I was up at 6:45 this morning.
Okay. I texted you at like... It was like 7:04 or something because Bean King's open today.
Bean King's?
And you were like... I don't know.
It took a while.
Yeah, it took a bit. And I was like, this dude...
Well, here's what happens. Like, what's up? Here's what happens. I'm like most America, where I put the Do Not Disturb on. Do Not Disturb starts at 10 o'clock. and it doesn't end until 7 o'clock in the morning. You texted right at 6:59. So did my phone
I
go
waited.
off? No, it didn't go off. And I was playing games on my phone. And
like
so,
in bed, like
bed,
sucking on your thumb. I could see you like
my
playing
thumb, playing games on the other hand.
What's up, Big Chris?
And
Slim Chris.
Chris. And yeah, then when I exited out of the game, your message was there.
Awesome. Mary said she was up 5:30 with the kids. Yeah, you got to get the kids ready for school, get them out, and make sure that they're on their way.
See, this is why being a single guy with no kids is great.
Way to go.
I don't have to be up at 5:30.
I was up at 3:30 because my son was upstairs and was like, Daddy, and I get up there, and every time he does that, he'll do that maybe like once every 2 weeks, and I remember doing that as a kid too. So he's 5, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? So I jump up out of bed as soon as I hear him. I sprint upstairs. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I have to use the restroom, like in a calm voice after he's like screaming, Daddy. I'm like, all right, we'll go ahead and go. And he said, can you turn my light back on? So he has this little thing that like shoots stars and it's on a timer. I said, okay. And then he said, can you pray with me? I was like, yes, okay, I'll pray with you. So I turned it back on and I'm like, go use the restroom. All right, let's get back in bed. I'll pray for you, and that's it. And so I run backstairs and then I look at the time. Then I'm like, okay, it's like 3:30. My alarm's going off at 5. All right, cool. And so I went back to sleep. Alarm went off.
That's the hardest when you're like, I only get 45 more minutes of sleep.
No, that's better. Well, that's better because like 3:30 to 5, I'm like, okay, I got an hour and a half, right? If it was like 30 minutes, I would have been like, oh, it's 4:30. Oh no. Then I'm just like, well, I might as well just get up now, right? And then I'm up since 4:30.
Dang.
Yep.
Dang. I would not. No, I'm glad I don't have kids. In a way. I kind of do want kids, but not the mess of the kids. Is there a way to do that? Like, when you're like, I want a kid.
You have to be an uncle. That's kind of what happens. You have to have like your siblings have
but see,
kids.
like I'm like River and Kellen's uncle, and I never see them. Like
I try and keep them away from you as much as possible because you're like, here, come here. You're always like, yeah, I don't want to get into it. But Chelsea said something. She didn't want to wake up and get the kids ready for school this morning after watching the Astros game last night. And I can feel that because I stayed up watching the game. And then it's kind of bummer. But, 1-1, you're in a good spot. You played the best team in baseball.
3 games are in Houston. You can sweep in Houston, and then you're playing in the World Series.
Yes.
I think they have a better team than the Red Sox. In all honesty, I think the Astros will pull this series off.
I think they will too.
And I'm not just saying that because it's Houston, because I'll tell you when Houston's not going to win. I did that with the Rockets. I told you last year that the Rockets weren't going to make it into the finals, but I'm telling you that the Astros are the better team than the Red Sox. And I've watched last night's game, and
I'm shocked.
Kurt
actually watched the game, but how did you not know like the schedule's coming up? He's like, there's a game on Thursday. I'm like, I know there's a game on Thursday.
I was like, so because I was like, is there a game Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? So there are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They have today as a travel game.
That's true. As
a travel day. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all in home. And I think how cool would it be on Thursday to end the series, not even have to go back to Boston. You're like, you know what?
Can y'all believe Kurt used to be a sports person on television?
I was a great sports
That's
reporter.
hard to believe.
Why?
Because listening to you talk right now, I want to turn off like my your mic or like my ear. I want to turn off my brain. I'm just
because
like,
I'm not saying that the Astros are going to win.
No, I think they're going to win too.
Okay.
But it's just your delivery, I suppose.
Wow.
But in Nebraska, Nebraska sports is different than here.
All right. Back away. We'll go to some other topic. Dang.
Yeah.
What's up, Holly? Good morning.
The Astros dropped last night, but they're in a good spot. They're coming back to Houston. It's going to be awesome. I think they're going to win.
I think so too.
What is everybody up to today? What are y'all up to? I'm going to talk to Scott about that TV stuff, like our cameras in here, because if there's a way, I may just buy it myself. So that way we can get it going, because that would be a huge difference maker, in my opinion.
Oh man, it'd be great to have cameras in here.
Yeah.
And then especially right before the Unshakable.
Dude.
We have not said anything yet about that bike. The motorcycle. I'm sorry. I keep calling it a bike. I'm gonna get in trouble for
you keep calling it a bicycle. That was actually better.
Not.
You did. You're like, hey, would you like to win this bicycle? Sometimes you sound like Kermit the Frog in my head, and I'm like, does that make Miss Piggy? I hope not. But yeah, you're like, yeah, we have a bicycle right here.
Oh my
Kermit
gosh.
the Frog. And then I'm like, what? Curtsy the Frog? What's going on here?
Sometimes. So we are giving away a motorcycle through the Unshakable Conference. You do have to register for that conference in order to be eligible for that giveaway. We are also giving away 3 rooms of furniture to Furniture Zone in Dickinson.
It's from Furniture Zone in Dickinson. So shout out to Furniture Zone and Stephanie and her company. They're awesome. We love those. We love them.
And then there's also rumors of more cars and other prizes like PlayStations and stuff like that. So make sure that you go to alcc.org, register for the Unshakable Conference. When you do, KHEA will be doing those giveaways. We'll have to do another video for that motorcycle so that you can see it. Shout out to
you want me to say it?
Yes, please.
It's Mancuso
Power, which is right down the road from us.
Okay. It's Mancuso Power Sports. So
right down the road here. Yep.
What else you got?
I'm sorry. Finish your statement. Finish your statement.
No, that's all. I was just trying to say it. Yeah, shout out to them. I went up to another car dealership and I talked to some of the people and they gave me the right person to talk to. And so I have their card. I just need to make a call. It was Friday, like afternoon. And so the GM wasn't there and the owner was not there. And they actually had an event that night, but they gave me the right people to talk to. And they said, yeah, we've given away cars before. And I'm like, that's cool. We are about to, if y'all would like to participate in what we got going on. He's like, I don't see why not. Here, take this card. And so I'm going to call him probably today.
So here, I just said we're giving away a motorcycle and everyone's talking about Kermit and then turning the knob for the pregnancy thing. No one cares about the giveaway.
So Holly, I'm not sure if Holly would be interested in the...
Oh, she did say yippee.
In the motorcycle, or Solion might not be interested. Big Chris, I can see Big Chris on a motorcycle. Leanne, oh, definitely on a motorcycle. So it just depends. It just depends. You know, for me, motorcycles aren't for me. For you, they're definitely not for you. That would be like a hospital visit waiting to happen.
You can't text a motorcycle, right?
You shouldn't text and drive at all.
Anyways, right?
That's correct. But I'm just thinking about how you kind of you on a bicycle and you keep calling a motorcycle a bicycle. I feel like the motorcycle would be like, no, that's disrespect. Boom. And like instantly just dump itself over. And you don't even want to get on a bike whenever it's stationary, much less.
Yeah, the motorcycle, not for me. I was talking to someone at the church and they're like, man, I don't want to win the motorcycle. I'm like, well, you know, you could enter to win the motorcycle and then give it to me if you win it. And he's like, okay, deal. So I'm hoping he wins.
Who is it?
I can't tell my sources. I need to hide that so that other people aren't saying, no, you have to take the motorcycle. There's a handshake agreement already in place.
So, okay. Leanne says she already has a motorcycle. And so Leon's talking about she said, let us turn the knob. You'll make a lot of money. So for the birth simulation process, we only need about 4,000. And I am thinking about buying it myself, whether I have to like do it on credit or not. But I'm stoked for when that happens because we would be able to take that with us to BioFest. We'd be able to like shoot there mobily, whether we're like interviewing somebody or just like, hey, we're out here, and then boom, cut it to social media, cut it to YouTube, and put it on TV, Channel 46 in Houston.
That'd be great. We could do our whole show. That would include the mobile mics too, right?
I believe so. We need to verify with Scott because even if we, if I didn't have like this Del Tigre stuff going on right now, which I'm about to like spend a lot of money to get that going, then I would 100% do it. I would just buy it myself. But we're gonna make it happen one way or another. Whether we have to have Curt give simulation birth to KHEA Junior, and then the third, the fourth, the fifth, till we get $100 at a time. Curt's in pain. What's up, Mary? Maybe Mary will give us some ideas where we can have Curt to raise funds. What's up, Mary?
What are we raising funds for?
Well, Not
simulations.
we're like one punch at a time. So we really want to get our mobile studio. So we have HD cameras in here and our switcher, and then we're going to be putting it on TV, and then it'll look better on social media and everywhere else, right? So Soliana said she would pay some money. She was like, $100 a pop. Let me come in, and Joey said he would do it too, to be able to turn the knob when Kurt's getting like birth simulation.
Oh yeah, that's a great way to raise some money.
Yeah.
All in my pain. Is my mic on?
Yeah. Keep talking.
All in my pain. That is.
We find such pleasure in it.
Every time I would look at the camera, it'd be like, I remember why we got these cameras. I remember why.
You have flashbacks.
I have flashbacks. PTSD. I already have flashbacks when I got choked out. I do. I literally like sit there and I'm like, hey, remember when I was shaking violently and like woke up? Every time I like sneeze, I'm like, oh my gosh, this could
you see
be
that
the
bright
end.
light?
That bright light. This could be the end.
Sneeze hard and it's like a flash of light. So, wow. And you saw Brad Gilmore from Reality of Wrestling on the other side, like trying to take your hand and give you a hug, and then you like swooped away.
You know what? I'm shocked. 50-50 of the people said that I have just as good as hair as Brad Gilmore.
Okay, maybe they really were Under Armour fans because you had a red Under Armour hat on.
That's it.
I don't know.
That's all. But I have a lot of fans that came out of the woodwork for it. I wonder if there would be people who'd be like, nah, I'll pay $100 for Curt not to go through the pregnancy simulator.
Well, then let's see who can raise the most money. Ooh. I don't think you'll have nearly as many people that aren't going to pay for you not to go through it.
Dang.
Than you would people who are going to pay for you.
You'd be like, Mom? She's like, nah, I'll pay the $100 to be able to do it.
Where are we doing this? I want to hear your ideas.
So, okay. There is a place that's a local business that actually has one of these machines, and I've gotten some treatment there before. I'm going to reach out to them and see if we can set this up.
Pregnancy treatment there?
So what it is, yes, 100%. No, that is not what it was. But they have one of those machines that they use to do that. So I'm going to reach out to them.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't want to say their name without their permission.
When we have to do this in public, why does it have to be so public?
We can film it and then air it at our leisure.
Yeah.
Oh my, blackmail. So it's now blackmail. That's what it is. It's like, oh, well,
you're
we
the
got
one in
this
control
tape.
of it. Like, we don't.
Oh, man.
You have to edit the video yourself.
What if I
who's gonna edit the video? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
What if I scream like a girl?
You will. Did you watch is this spawned off the guy who was recently on Facebook doing it?
KRBE 104.1. Oh yeah, we're definitely stealing this from them. We're not ashamed to admit it, but we're like, off of that, this is KRBE.
We called them.
We called and it went bad. It went really bad. The lady on the other end was like, "What do you want?" And I was like,
"Well, Curt, okay, whenever you're calling a business that's like a real business, you need to have prepared what you're gonna say." And
you can't just wing it.
No, he was like,
I tried.
Hey, I'm a radio station and I saw this, and they were like, all right, what do you want? He was like, I just and that was it. And I was like, how'd you think that was gonna go?
I thought that they were gonna be like more fun. I thought they were going to be more fun.
Well, the people who answer the phone are just the interns. It's not the radio hosts. Like, they're just people who are students.
It's different than our station, Curt. They actually have a staff of people that have jobs.
Yeah. They get college credits for what they do.
Yeah. Actually, we have been talking to more people who are interested in interning with us. We just need to, I guess they just need to get it approved.
There was a kid here one day last week. What happened to him?
He's back this week.
He comes back in town on Wednesday.
I was like, you scared him off in one day.
No.
What did y'all feed
him? We had him for 2 days.
Y'all had he had Bean Kings. No, Bean Kings wouldn't scare him off.
No,
Bean
it was
Kings
great.
Sounds delicious.
No, he's from Kentucky, so he went back home for a little bit and then is coming back this week.
Listen, we need some Bean Kings sponsorship up in here so that when the guests come in, they have coffee ready to go.
Today's their opening day.
I need to go over there. Where's it at?
Today's their opening day. Well, they deliver right now, 100% delivery. That they're waiting for their building
system
to go through. They were at a couple of local places. They pretty much will go anywhere.
Bean Kings, I need you here right now.
Yeah. So
a cup of coffee, please.
We had they had talked to us about like doing some more stuff with us, and that would be something to do. Like, hey, we need our guests to have coffee.
Please.
We don't want it for our guests.
Mary Bass needs some coffee right now.
So coffee's good. Caffeine's great. Curt's
all the coffee. I don't care where coffee comes. I'm like not a coffee snob.
Like the different places.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't care where coffee comes from.
Gotcha.
but I'm always going to choose a local business over
Sure.
a grand business.
Have you incorporated?
Grande.
Have you incorporated like coffee into desserts and foods before?
Oh yeah, I've done lots of coffee rubbed. I did a coffee rubbed tenderloin one time.
How does that?
It's really
what kind
good.
of flavors does that bring out?
It kind of gets just like this smoky crust on it. But a coffee rubbed beef, we do it in we did an American regional cuisine. So when we study the Northwest, think about Seattle coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did a coffee rubbed beef tenderloin with this mushroom demi-glace, and it's really delicious.
Okay, so let's get down to business. This is the most important thing that we're going to ask. Maybe ever. So Katie's Seafood House, when it opens, right?
When it opens.
Is there going to be a ribbon cutting, and can we be there?
I assumed that y'all would be cutting the ribbon.
That's what we were wanting. Exactly where I was going with this.
She knew.
I'm going to have my own pair of scissors.
Yeah, in your pocket. Like, my owners are going to be there with their big scissors, and y'all are just going to swipe in slow motion across the ribbon and chomp it.
Okay, good. That's all.
Me and my hot dog suit.
It's like a big
more seafood.
I'm going to get you a snapper outfit, and then you're going to be like our spokesperson.
Are there
for the
like
day.
mascot people? Like, do I just look like a mascot person?
You look like a cartoon.
There are mascot people.
You look like a meme, and you talk like Kermit the Frog a little bit. That's what kind of helps.
Isn't there like a Capital One mascot challenge every year?
Really?
I think so. And I watched Toro did an interview on one of the local news stations recently, and he's been a mascot his entire life. Like that was his dream. He was
like
his college
school?
mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a high school mascot, college mascot, and then now he's Toro. So
Clutch, the Rockets mascot, the bear.
Mhm.
Last season, I think, was his new season. The other dude who did it for, he retired, and he was great. But this new Clutch is good too.
Oh yeah, I could definitely compete with those.
Those people are like gymnasts. Like there's no way. Like, you need to be able to do like 4 backflips.
But did you see Kurt's Hot Dog Chronicles, like the second episode where he's playing the
Can you do
guitar?
a backflip?
No.
You should have just like fell backwards.
Trust fall. Yeah, no.
Nailed it.
Hashtag nailed it.
So yeah, Katie's Seafood House. And are you going to need people to test like dishes?
Yeah, so that's going to be the biggest thing when we open. It's not going to be like a normal restaurant just opens.
Yes.
We're going to have smaller dinners and private events for a little bit until we get our feet underneath us, and then we're going to open.
Is that what's like a soft opening is?
It is kind of like a soft opening, but a lot of times restaurants do soft openings. They have one night where you come in and all the food. We're going to be doing it for a little bit of time.
That's cool.
To make sure that everything we get is perfect.
Yeah. So I guess Mac's One Stop Kitchen over there in Lamarck, me and Kurt went the other day, and then we saw later that I guess we missed you.
We met like by minutes.
Yeah.
They were like, Kurt and Gardy just left. It's like,
oh man.
That was divine intervention. No, that worked out great.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it was great. Their French fries are delicious.
Yeah. You know, they didn't have French fries when we were there.
They cut them fresh for me.
Yeah.
I hold more clout.
They did. Oh, for sure. 100%.
They're like, oh, do you want us to cut you some French fries? I'm like, yes.
The answer is yes. So
they
what
were
I had
really
was,
good.
I had flaming hot Funyuns instead, which I liked. So I was like,
my gosh.
Funyuns. And then I had the sandwich and a side of cheese, fried cheese.
I left Natasha's cheese at home this morning. Speaking of cheese, I have to call my husband, it's his birthday today. It's his
Happy birthday.
That's actually why I was late. I let him sleep in, which then threw off the entire morning.
Because you were up at 5:30?
I was up early.
I was trying to be like, is it rude to say like it's 9:00? I'm surprised Chef Mary Bass is awake.
Yeah.
Is it rude?
No.
Okay.
No. Everybody knows that I don't do mornings. And the fact that I think that 9 a.m. is a good idea is a bad idea.
He's 25, right?
He's 25. I
plus 10. That's really
plus 10. We don't mind our age.
Yeah.
I do.
No,
he minds your age.
But it's kind of funny because his birthday kicks off. So we've been dating 16 years. And so today kicks off the sequence of events that occurs that led us to start dating.
Cool.
So when I found out that it was his birthday and I had missed it by one day,
You're
I was like super upset. I was like, I can't believe you let me not. We were in culinary school. I was like, I can't believe you didn't tell us. We would have made you a cake. He's like, yeah, and y'all would have smushed it in my face. And I'm like, well, that probably would have happened. But anyways, it led to what ended up on the 25th of October, it was our first like official first date, and that's
cool.
16 years ago. So over the course of the next 9 days, I was doing lots of wooing to convince him that he liked me.
Where was the first date at?
We went to a pasture in Santa Fe where they were having just a get together. Yeah.
That's how it goes down. Some of the best hangouts.
It was, and we had a great time. We sat around a campfire and just talked business. And so it turned out perfect. But our first official date was Carrabba's.
Are you crying? Is there a single tear that's going down?
Maybe.
Such a beautiful moment.
16 years. Yeah.
Dang. Mine's 3. Wait.
Years.
Talk about this.
I thought we were already married. I thought you were already past that.
That was last weekend.
Oh, that's right.
He's
I missed that.
He's already divorced.
Come on.
It's annulled.
5 to 7 business days. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that led, and then we started dating in October. We got engaged in March. We got married the next February.
That's awesome.
And here we are. And here we are. I let him sleep in. That's all adults want on their birthdays. Like
just a little bit every day.
Yeah. I just like to sleep in, please.
What do you want for your birthday? Sleep.
Yep. That's all I ever want for my birthday.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure we have 100 things we need to talk about today too.
Yeah. We do.
Is there somebody on at 10?
Yes, the Texas City Lamarck entertainer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, so he nibbles you. He said, "Oh, I love Chef Mary."
Jimmy.
Yes, I think maybe is it Jimmy? I don't know. I just called him the Texas City Lamarck entertainer when I called him on the phone. Hello, Texas City Lamarck entertainer.
We're gonna say
the Texas City.
The Texas
when
City.
When he walks
Lamarck.
in, we'll be like, "Entertain us."
Entertain.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? That's right.
He gets up and dancing like a top hat, and I'm like, "Oh wow, that's pretty good."
I love meeting these people for the first time because you don't know who they are.
Yeah, like it's
like when I met you for the first time, I'm like, "Who's Chef Mary Bass?"
And then I get here and you're like,
"We got 10 seconds."
Awesome.
You're quickly wooed.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's 9:17. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have Chef Mary Bass in studio. What's up, Chef Mary?
Whoop, whoop.
How you doing today?
Hey, happy Chef Mary Monday.
Do you want to give any special shout outs to somebody's birthday or anything?
Yeah, it's my precious little sweetheart, little husband, little lovey. little. It's my husband's birthday. He's 35.
Awesome.
Welcome to the 35-year-old club.
There you go.
He said this one feels funny.
Does it?
For him, I don't know. I love 35. I turned 35 in June. 26 felt funny for me because it was like I was in my late 20s.
Yeah.
But the rest of them have been great.
He's got 5 more years, and then what's it? Over the hill? So this is the climb.
40 is over the hill, but I'm telling you, it gets better. Every year you grow, you age, it gets better.
I agree. I like it. I'm 32, and I'm feeling
amazing. It's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was trying to find something that rhymes, but the only thing that came to mind was 32 and flu, and I was like, I can't.
It's like you don't ever get the flu. 32.
32. I don't ever get the flu. I haven't had it yet this year.
Let's keep that up.
So a couple people just chiming in over here. Solianne says, Mary goals. Because your goals.
I am. Some days I am.
And then Ruth says the shrimp tacos turned out great. I made them for dinner. So
did they? So the recipe worked. So I don't write recipes. It's like the number one thing that I struggle with as being a chef is writing down a recipe because I don't measure. Mm-hmm. Because it's like those the memes. It's like this southern your southern ancestors just whisper and say that's good, child. Like that's how I feel when I am cooking. So when I have to write down a recipe for somebody to follow, it's always a challenge. So there will never be a Chef Mary Bass cookbook. And if there ever is a Chef Mary Bass cookbook, somebody has written it for me and I've just taken all the pictures, like smiling, like look at me.
Let's do that.
You're right.
Let's do that.
That's how you raise some really good money.
Yeah. People would support that cookbook. Let's do it.
People would buy that cookbook.
I would buy it, but it's like all of the pictures when like chef is being chef.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
my goofy faces.
Your goofy faces.
I cannot I like some of the faces that I end up with in the morning. I mean, in my photos are just ridiculous. Like I don't know how.
I don't like when we take pictures because I always look awful.
No,
I don't know why. It's because I'm surrounded by 3 gorgeous people. Like it's always you, Gardy, and Joe Perez, and then there's like, and then there's Curt. And I'm like,
I feel the same way. Don't feel bad. At most, I like a solid 90% of my pictures, but every now and then somebody catches one. And I'm like, what were you What were you looking at?
And why did you post it?
And why did you post it? But then obviously, here's my thought process behind that. they see something different in me than I see. And they thought that looked beautiful at the moment. And so then I'm like, okay, well, they have a different viewpoint than I do, and they see me looking better. And
also here's the other thing.
It's just my face. Like I can't do anything about it.
The other thing, how sometimes people post picture and it's like, hey, if you ever go missing, no one's going to be able to recognize you because if you only post your Snapchat filtered, clean, and then now people know. I mean, it is what it is. It's there's beauty in everything. Kurt.
Yeah. I agree.
Wow.
Even you and me and us, all of us. It's beautiful. It was a beautiful photo. So shout out to the Bay Area Houston Women's Conference. It was a fun time. Mary was cooking it up. We walked in just in time to get handed tacos. A taco.
So you missed the whole demonstration.
We did.
Oh my gosh.
You needed to wait. You should have been like the
Listen, there was none of that. Pierre was not having anything to do with me waiting on y'all. Like it worked out perfectly. I thought that
we walked in right when he was announcing the guys table and we're like, perfect timing.
Gardy was like Princess Wave.
He's like, hey, and we want to give a shout out. And Curt, Gardy, and we're like, we're just sitting down.
Yeah.
We didn't just get here. No, that was a great conference.
It was fantastic.
First of all, I've never been to a women's conference. Like it's normally one of those things that I think,
yeah.
Whatevs. But being asked to participate, made it awesome. Like it was so cool. So I had a great time. I really enjoyed listening to it, like doing it and participating in it.
Yeah, it was fun. And I'm looking forward. I'm guessing there's going to be a third. There's going to be a third and fourth and
we'll continue on
forever.
Pierre does such a great job. He pulled together a great crew of people who presented, and I think that every single person that presented did such an amazing job. Yeah,
I agree. Hopefully we can I want to have like a KGA conference. I just don't know what we would talk about.
Well, you could have a small business expo.
That would be a great idea, actually.
And just have all your small businesses who love and support you out to kind of talk about being small business owners and have a panel of small business owners and what their struggles are. And
Kurt,
hold on, let me give you some more ideas.
Kurt, you should be taking notes.
You should be taking notes.
Kurt, what are you doing? You should be taking notes.
That's what I'm doing on my phone. I'm taking notes right now.
Okay, good.
He's a good student.
Small Business Expo. I want to speak on social media. I feel like we've learned, we're not experts by any means, but that's a place that if you own a small business or you own a big business, you have to have a presence on social media. It's just where we're at today as society.
Yeah.
And a lot of people miss out on that. And maybe it's not for you, but there are people that you can get associated with who will help you.
Yeah. I've always said I am a success because of social media, and that been a social media run company for so many years.
Cool. Yeah. I think we're having some issues. Kurt's over here brainstorming, but you're listening to KGA Radio 99.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break. Well, we will be back. Chef Mary Bass. This is Kickstart.
What's going on?
I turned the mic channel down and I turned our mics up here. Because sometimes you fiddle with stuff.
I didn't fiddle with anything over there.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Is there anything else? Can you play it on the monitor?
Well, if I turn our mics off, it won't play the mics. It only play through ears. You can put them on right now. Hello.
There's no clicking.
It's the crackling.
Yeah, almost like you're drumming on the phone.
There's a crackling over the Facebook when you listen to it. Like I was listening to it in my car on my hands free, and there's like a crackle.
Yeah, everyone is also hearing it. So I wonder. Let me listen on YouTube to see if it's just.
Put the volume,
it's going on.
Put the volume up on your phone, man.
It is. It's there. I hear it. And then I hear it also on kharadio.com. So there might be.
But it's raining outside too, so like that always plays into.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be going from. Anyways, sorry for the clicking noise. We might have to brainstorm after the show.
I have an idea. Everybody kind of just write a song to the clicking noise. Just click along with it. Is it on tempo? Is it on a beat? So it's like boom, boom. So my son and me this morning, he found a Little Einsteins. Has anybody ever heard of Little Einsteins?
Yes.
So they have a song, the theme song. And so there's a remix of it. And he asked me to listen to the original and I put the remix on and he was like, oh my gosh, it blew his mind because it's like trap music with like dubstep put in there. And now he wants to listen to it on the way to school. And so there was another track on there with like an instrumental of something from The Lion King, like Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get him to rap. but he wasn't having it. But I'm
It
going
was
to keep
too
working on
early.
him.
It was too early for him. He wasn't ready.
I don't know. He's very musical. I think he's ready. I just got to get him to break out of his shell. I'm like, it's easy. Here, I'll do it. You know.
Yeah. Here, let me do it.
Yeah. So hopefully everyone's having a good day. What are you guys up to? What's everybody up to today? I got a new gallon jug of water. So life is good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't lose with that.
Mm-mm.
Do you have a whole separate fridge just for those outside? Like,
No.
you just open it up and it's like, and it's all these waters.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I'm just at HEB all the time. HEB is like my separate fridge. I just like walk into the doors and then I walk in and there's that lawn.
Are they already cold?
No. So I'll buy it and then I just stick it in my fridge and overnight. But I'm there every day, literally. Oh, Leanne said he can perform in Joy Zone. Thank you. That's the children's ministries now. It was called Glory Depot back in the day.
No.
What was it for you? We had
what was
Depot
it?
dollars. I remember you brought your Bible.
No, we were prior to that. It's children's church.
It was just children's church.
No, we had a name. Help the social medias help.
Leanne, do you know?
Oh my God, it was
Anybody know?
at the prior.
Yeah, ours. Whenever I started, it was Glory Depot, and then after Glory Depot, it turned
Maybe
into.
it was Glory Depot. Because Missy used to wear a train conductor hat.
It was Glory Depot. I'm telling you, yeah, that's what she wore. It was like
Wow.
Yeah, Glory Depot. And then after that, I went to like space theme, and that wasn't as cool as Glory Depot. Depot dollars. I go over there. You brought your Bible, and if you brought a friend, then they give you a Bible buck. Go over there, and you could buy like erasers, pencils, like other.
I just
prizes.
remember Hallelujah Harvest being the most fun activity of the whole year.
Yeah.
Where the Washingtons and the Gilmores and like we all built the sets and dressed up, and it was still like so much fun.
Yeah.
Do they still do Hallelujah Harvest?
Oh yeah. So it's on the 31st this year. So that falls on a Wednesday. So what we're going to do is have a church service for like an hour, but the Harvest Festival will be going on as well at the same time. So if you want to go to that, you can. If you want to go here, you can. If because so many people from the community come out, it's like, hey, we want to be able to do this.
Well, and then Dickinson doesn't have school on the 1st this year.
Oh, that's cool.
They do parent-teacher conferences, which I think is really just to save the teachers from the amount of sugar the children consumed the night before.
Oh man, yeah,
and the lack of sleep they got.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it was. It always works out so great.
Yeah, Leanne, who is the children's pastor here at Abundant Life now, has been doing a great job. She's going to come in later this week, I believe. And we're going to be talking about all the stuff that they have planned. There's going to be, I think, food trucks, obviously local food trucks, and a bunch of free candy for everybody who wants to come out. It is awesome. Me and Curt are going to be there.
What are y'all going to be dressed as?
This dude's going to be the hot dog, I'm pretty sure.
At Bayou Fest or at both?
Both. Harvest.
The Harvest.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I'm thinking, should I get a new costume? I was a hot dog last year.
Why aren't you? The taco is at Target.
I did see Joe Perez did tag us or did post a Target link to
I saw somebody Snapchat last night and it was in the background and it was saying something about being a cannibal because she makes tacos and being a taco and stuff like that. So
speaking of tacos, if you have not joined Talk of Taco, you're missing out.
Yeah, there's like a solid almost 60 people in there now.
Yeah.
We need to get that readership up as well.
Yeah,
but
check out Talk of Taco.
You have to just talk about tacos.
Yeah, I'll sneak in other food like the egg roll.
Because then you're like, does this count as a taco?
It's like a burrito.
The mic clicking is an issue with the iMac because it's not going over the FM. And so the only solution is to restart the computer.
No. How bad is it?
Is it bad enough that we need to restart the stream? I would feel bad for the 18 people watching that we would have to restart the stream as well. And I don't know if I want to do that. Is it enough that we can make it through the show, people? Can you handle the clicking to get through the show, or do you want us to restart the Facebook stream?
Darian, what do you think? Is it bad enough to restart our stream and the computer, or should we just roll with it?
Curt, can you go meet my husband? He's got the special cheese that Natasha sent in.
Is it Norwegian brown cheese?
Yes,
is that what it is?
Curt
was like, I think there's some cheese from like Wisconsin. I mean,
not Wisconsin.
Wisconsin cheese.
All right, yeah. I actually tried it last night. It does not taste bad, so we're good.
She's shaking her head like,
no, it's fine. Absolutely. I don't tell lies.
Natasha said, keep rocking.
Oh, there's my birthday boy.
Hey, look at this. Joe said, my dad calls egg rolls Chinese burritos. And that's
That's about
That's
right.
fair.
I mean, it really is.
Especially so we had.
Look at this
Happy
precious little
birthday.
sweetheart. Come here. No,
Bring him in.
he brought me breakfast
Bring
too.
him in.
Come here, birthday boy. No, he's not. He's not.
He's not
Scoot
good.
this way at least
So
so
people
everybody
can
can
see
see you. Wave.
Say hi to Mary's
Wave.
husband. It's his birthday. Happy birthday.
The cheese is
Let me
here.
see. So this is from. Can I see it?
You know, this is
better than the cricket.
Natasha. Tell us what's up again.
It's hot. Hey, I like their logo. So we're
So
gonna try
this
some
is-
fun stuff.
Norwegian brown cheese that they serve typically on a thin waffle, and we got to take a picture of it before we eat it though. And with some stuff that's kind of like sour cream, but yet it's not really sour cream,
Good brand.
What?
which
Good.
means good. Yeah,
It's really good.
Can I see the
get some
ingredients
photos.
before we
So this
dig
is.
in?
it's goat
Skip it.
cheese.
It's
I
goat
love
cheese.
goat cheese. I'll eat a goat.
Oh,
Some
I don't
cabrito
know.
thrown on a
This is basically galleta in cheese form.
Oh, it's in a different language.
It's made from goat's. Yeah, so he wanted to read the back. I'm like,
I
all
was
right.
like,
Kurt, do you
what?
speak Norwegian?
It's in a different language. We need some Google Translate up in here.
Milk. It's called
Milk.
milk.
We can
And
barely speak English. You think
My
we're gonna-
eyes.
We're gonna wrap our head around Norwegian or whatever the language is that Norwegians speak.
We got some
We should start a segment where we read ingredients in different languages and
No,
attempt it.
you would get 3 viewers. Everybody would turn off. We need to go to World Market though and start to buy some of the weird ingredients that come from all over the world and
Yeah.
make you eat them.
Hey,
Crystal
I like this
Koza
'cause
had-
it has the word God on it.
Well, that means good.
Oh, it has the word God on it.
Yeah, so God makes it.
the goats. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It has the logo is a lady holding a thing of milk with the cow in the background. Let's go on. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. We have Chef Mary Bass in studio. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Kurt.
And what's up, Mary?
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this cheese.
We
This
got
is a
some
new-
Norwegian brown cheese. Compliments of Natasha.
Natasha hand carried this cheese back from Norway just for you.
Did she sneak it in like
Say,
her purse
was it
on the
smuggled?
It
plane?
was smuggled cheese, which makes it taste better knowing it's
Wait,
smuggled.
was it refrigerated during the plane ride?
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be refrigerated. I think it's processed.
Come on, Kurt.
That's what all these words that you can't read
Do you not
say.
pay
It's processed
attention
cheese.
to Dr. Chapa at all? Come on.
But so suppose Natasha was telling me this is the best brand of this because they make it in the traditional form in a kettle.
I'm excited for this Norwegian crackers. These
Yeah,
look
these-
amazing.
Those are the finest Sam's crackers that you can buy. But I
Mhm.
think that the ones that are in your hand, Kurt, are the ones we're going to try it on because they need to have less.
These?
Yes.
so you can taste them better, right? This
Pasteurized milk. That's the first ingredient in here. Like,
That's the way you can tell that.
it says pasteurite. Like, how many other ways are you going to say it?
That's
Milk.
it.
M-E-L-K. Got it.
milk.
Milk.
So we got Chef Mary Bass in studio, and Chef Mary always brings us interesting things to try. Last time we tried
Crickets.
from Mexico, not just any crickets.
Mexican
They were
crickets.
kinda good.
Mexican crickets.
So you know they're good.
They came with a passport.
So we're gonna crack open some crackers and try some Norwegian brown cheese and
It's
see
real.
what's up.
So one of these pieces of cheese is missing their corner because I ate it last night.
All right.
I tried.
So
Look
want me
at
to
this.
open this package of crackers?
This is like, yeah.
Kurt's over there taking a drink.
Look at this.
Don't drink all your drink, Kurt, in
It's
case
like
you're
a
like, "Ugh."
heta.
Last time you brought food in here, I
You
didn't
almost
eat for
died.
days. I was like,
You did
this-
almost die. Look, we're just gonna have a little cube. Like,
Has
like
anybody-
this is like a Lunchable. Look, it's a
I might need
Norwegian
more
Lunchable.
cracker. I might need more
All right,
crackers.
I'll give
Smells
you.
good.
I'll give you
I want
some
a
back.
sandwich.
Has anybody
No, then you
I
can't
wanna-
taste the umami of the cheese.
has anybody else ever had Norwegian brown cheese? It's straight up
It
brown.
looks like peanut butter.
It looks like caramel.
Like a slice of peanut butter.
So we're about to
Yeah.
try this. I'm excited for this.
Wait. I
Is
gotta
close
get my
enough?
filming on.
We got to
Hold
get a
on.
cheers in here.
Cheers to the cracker.
This is to Monday, and this being a good week, to having a successful week, and everybody not getting sick.
There we go.
There you go.
All right, you ready?
We gotta
we
wait
got to
for me.
ding it.
Go. Do it.
Bing, bing, bong. Here we go. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah,
Better
What?
than the crickets.
Oh,
way
yeah.
better.
We need Lunchables with brown cheese.
It almost tastes like peanut butter.
Doesn't it have like a caramely? To me, it had like a caramely flavor.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't taste like
that
cheese.
goat cheese.
Natasha said it's cricket-free cheese.
That's exactly the kind of cheese we want around here.
Maybe I would have enjoyed it if, like the crickets, if there was Norwegian brown cheese on it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's just good,
it would give it a little crunch in there.
Natasha.
That's what's up. That was
Good
good.
job.
Hey,
Great job.
What else is like
What- so
Norwegian style? Is
they
there
have
anything else?
like canned fish.
I saw something the other day. It was like a canned cheeseburger.
No, that's where I draw the
You see
line.
that?
Mm-mm.
Fish or
Canned
cheeseburger?
fish. Have you seen the new
Tuna
Burger
fish,
King?
dude. What about
Okay.
tuna fish?
I
No.
thought it was funny. The new Burger
Y'all
King.
don't eat tuna fish?
No,
I love tuna fish.
Burger King has that new shake that's out. Have you seen this?
no.
And people are complaining. It's like a root beer shake or something like that. I saw just a little bit of it on Facebook. I was just scrolling through.
Why are people complaining?
It does something weird to your stomach.
Makes you sick?
Nah, it doesn't make you sick. It just makes something turn colors that it shouldn't be colored.
Okay. Thank you for sharing this.
Why are we talking about this again?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay, so now we are 1 for 1 with brown cheese and crickets.
We're better than most NFL teams who have a tie.
Yeah, exactly.
And Joe
Oh,
Perez
yes,
said
he
it.
see it. He saw it.
He
Yeah.
said it.
The,
Well,
the,
Will,
the Burger King. Look at the commenting.
it's 9:36. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. We have Chef Mary Bass in studio. Let's talk a bit about what's going on. And there's a video dropping today that I'm really excited about doing
Is
some
it
stuff.
dropping today?
100%. If it doesn't, Kurt is being dropped today.
No, we can't drop Kurt. He's too precious.
What video do I need to have done today? I'm sorry.
The library. We literally talked about this like last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
day before.
Well, I said I
I've
didn't
been
say it
asking.
was dropping today. I said maybe it was being worked on today.
Okay, well then we'll hold on to that for just another minute. I'll come back in and we'll do a special
Okay.
thing about it.
You're,
But
you're really not doing it today?
Yeah, it will drop in today. Hopefully, I gotta finish it. Like, come on. I told you last time. Like, I'm working on it on Monday.
Yeah.
Does we just drop it the same day that I work on it?
That's usually how every single one of our videos go.
True. Okay, so
Every
true.
single one of our
Okay.
videos go that way.
all right, so wait, let's back up though.
Okay.
For your
Rewind.
birthday, since we're talking about birthdays, we did an online GoFundMe campaign for the Children's Oasis Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And due to that campaign, we raised $500 for them, which was awesome. So we'll be able to get some of their sensory lighting for them, for their autistic kids.
That's awesome.
For the
At Pine
children.
Drive.
Children's Oasis Foundation.
Yep.
Thank you so much. We're really super excited to be able to raise that money for them.
Yep.
And we had a great time doing that. Great organization. If you haven't checked out Children's Oasis Foundation, make sure you go do that. They are tagged above in this comment. So
Yeah.
thank you to them. Thank you
So
for
that's
you
exciting.
guys.
Yeah. So Chef Table Charities got to partner with y'all. And unfortunately, we didn't raise the $1,000, so you don't have to shave your head. He's not sad about that.
Nope.
And
not
then
at
we
all.
didn't raise the $2,000, so the girls don't have to kiss the pig.
Oh, we'll get them to kiss a
But-
pig sometime.
But I think if we put the link for the GoFundMe again back in the comments and we still get to that $1,000,
I still have to.
that you still have to shave your head. And I think maybe the girls need to come on board at the 1,000 mark as well
Kiss the
and
pig.
kiss the pig.
Yeah.
Can we do that? You think we could get $500 by the end of the show?
Yes.
Let's say by the end of the day. So if we get
Yes.
$500 by the end of the day to dip into business, then we will have the girls kiss the pig and you'll shave your head.
Let's do it.
I like this. I like this a lot.
So we're already at 500. We just need 500 more. So we'll get that GoFundMe link in the comments. Kurt's doing that right now. And hopefully we'll be able to raise the other $500.
Yeah.
All right, so you heard it here first. If we can get $500, do I have anybody that can give $100 right now?
Let's do it.
Children's Oasis
Anybody-
Foundation.
Anybody listening on the air at khearadio.com or on 99.5 FM, if you want to give $100, give us a call at 346-704-1806. That's
Yeah.
346-704-1806.
Okay, I realized that we probably need to say exactly what they do because we've been talking about the Children's Oasis Foundation. They have an Oasis education program. It's a school in Dickinson, Texas, located actually inside of Pine Drive,
Yep.
which is still a school. So they were flooded terribly during Harvey, like a lot of people were, and they are back up, operational. This school, the Oasis Education Program, is a school that only that focuses on the education of local kids and families in our community that have children that are on the autism spectrum.
Yep.
That's all they do. And we went and toured the facility. We have met with the director and
they've been on here before.
Yeah, and they're great people.
They are, and they're doing great things. And a lot of times with families with children with that diagnosis, they don't really know what to do.
Right.
And so they give such great resources to them, and being able to just have that community that comes together to help out. I think that's awesome.
So we got one person who's done $100. Do I have anybody else who would do $100?
So we're at 400. We're now down to $400.
We need $400. Do I have anybody else that can do $100 right now to help out the Children's Oasis Foundation?
No.
Through Chef's Tables Charities.
Helping out the foundation is secondary to you shaving your head.
I'm focusing on the positive.
let's think about the girls kissing the pig. Like, we need them, tag them in there. We need them to agree to kiss the pig at $1,000.
Yes.
I think that's a great.
I think they'll do it.
I think they'll do it too.
The pig won't mind.
The pig.
Kurt was hoping it was him.
I have kissed
what
a
I
pig.
heard. I
have kissed a live pig before.
You have?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It doesn't seem like.
Actually, we owned a pig for a day.
What happened there?
It didn't become dinner. My pit bull tried to have it. It didn't like.
They didn't get along.
The pig's name was a miniature pig, and its name was Bacon Bits.
Bacon. Oh my gosh. Did it become Bacon
No,
Bits?
we actually gave it to a really awesome family.
It's still
the Finch
alive?
family. Yeah, and it has had multiple sets of babies, and so Bacon Bits lives on in Santa Fe.
There you go.
It's
Hey,
so good.
somebody told us about a place in Santa Fe where you can get, it was actually a Legacy Collision. We were hanging out over there. We love those people. But they were saying there's a place in Santa Fe where you straight up go to this place, like a building.
Milk?
Yeah, and it's just milk.
Okay, so here's the coolest thing. So my husband, who was just here,
Yes.
is leaving to go there.
Okay, cool.
So his shift partner, his best buddy, Aaron, his family, the Nelsons, own this farm called Healthway Dairy in Santa Fe. And they have cows that they milk. And it is the most beautiful, delicious, unpasteurized milk you'll ever have. And they have a building, and it's an honor system. And you go in and you just take your milk and you leave your money. And on the labels, it'll tell which cow the milk came from. So, like, if you like a certain taste of the milk from a certain cow. But they are constantly, they have a great Facebook following and people love them. But they constantly have either too much milk. And so they'll do features about, like buy one, get one free milk and stuff like that. But they're awesome. Healthway Dairy in Santa Fe. And they also have Ken's Hens eggs and Jolly Farm chicken you can get out there as well.
And it's honor system. There's no cameras. You just kind of walk in and
total
do what you do.
Santa Fe honor system. And it's on their property, like their house is right there. But they're a great, great family. And their milk is phenomenal.
Healthway Dairy. I need to go check it out.
Yep.
Because okay, so I had some eggs the other day, actually from one of the people from Legacy Collision.
Yep.
They had just gave us some, they brought in
fresh
eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, from their house, from their chickens and stuff.
It's
it was really
popular
good.
to raise chickens right now.
Why?
I think that people are just trying to get away from having processed everything. And, and chickens are a great way to compost your scraps in your own kitchen so that they don't go in the trash. And then, then you get farm fresh eggs. And that's amazing.
That is a perk for sure.
And they're delicious. They taste different. Like
the
fresh
chickens or the eggs?
Yes, both of them. All of it. Like you can tell the difference in the meat. If you've never had a Jolly Farm chicken, you need to get your paws on one. It is the best chicken you will ever eat in your entire life.
Wow.
Like, it actually tastes different. And they're based out of Alvin, and they have organic, free range. Like, they have a property with like a small gate around it, and the chickens just go and do whatever they want.
What exactly is a free range chicken?
They're allowed to move around, grass fed, free range. They're allowed to
So opposed
they're
to
not
that,
in a cage.
the other ones, they're like really small in a cage and they just like don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
Really? That's just kind of the standard, I guess.
Yeah, you don't ever like Google chicken farming. Like, it's not like one of those fun videos you want to watch. So
okay.
But Jolly Farms, they're doing it right. They have a great farm out there.
Wow.
And their chicken's the best. So you can go out to Healthway Dairy
Solion asks, do you think it would make people who are not really a fan of milk like it a little bit more?
Oh my gosh, yes. Their milk
different, huh?
is sweet. It's sweet. It's like they sugared their milk and it just comes naturally because it's completely unprocessed.
Wow.
And they can't sell it outside of where they're at. They can't, the way that the laws are written, they can't travel. So you can't go and get it like at a farmer's market.
So when they process it, is the point to make it last longer? Is that the whole point of processing the milk, or like what are they adding in there?
You don't want to know those questions. don't ask those questions. Don't watch those videos. But they don't process it, and so it is phenomenal milk. And you can get it by the half gallon too, so you don't have to like feel like you need a gallon.
Okay.
But I think it lasts just as long, but it'll separate. Like in your fridge, you'll see it separate, like how normal milk doesn't separate. It took a while for my kids to get behind this milk because, you know, you're accustomed to drinking milk one way.
Mm-hmm.
This milk will separate in the fridge. They also do kefir and buttermilk, and the cream off of this milk is so beautiful. So if you're baking, like, this is really good milk to get.
Cool. I'd be willing to try it. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. We're talking to Chef Mary Bass. She is the head and the founder of Chef's Table Charities, a local nonprofit in the community doing some cool things. And I guess you'll have some stuff coming up for Christmas, right?
Yeah, we have a really awesome Christmas event we're doing at Mall of the Mainland inside the food courtyard over there in partnership with lots of awesome people. And I have a great crew that's working on that. They're phenomenal. Kelly and Natasha and Ben and all Darcy. And right now a lot of people are like, wow, Mary's doing such great things. Yeah. I do absolutely nothing on my own. Like, there is never a time where I don't have an entire crew of people who are just making me look awesome. If it's from cooking and my chefs that pretty much handle everything for me. You know, I'm just blessed that I've got, you know, these people who are helping out. So anyways, this Christmas event is going to be our very large scale fundraiser. And a couple of things we kind of need some help with. We need some people to sign up to do the gingerbread contest. So if you are an amateur or a pro or a kid, you can have a team, your business can do one. We need you to make a gingerbread house. I can see Kurt's decorating skills.
Can you use a kit?
Yeah,
are you allowed to use a kit?
It doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to bake.
I will build the KHEA radio studio out of gingerbread house.
If you can do that, I will be very impressed.
It's really easy.
It's really easy. And so then at 2 a.m. when Kurt is like doing a live Facebook video of this pile of house that collapsed under the weight of the candy that he's put on it.
You know what? That is still art. Because I've seen people like just throw rubbish and they're like, look, it's art. And I'm like,
$1 million.
I could do that.
Remember, you made a dessert and you didn't do something right. It was like for a staff event, you forgot to put something in there and it looked like dog food. It was like kibbles and bits or something. It was
supposed to be something else that like my grandma made, and I was like, oh, it'll be awesome. It'll be great.
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then it
not awesome, not great.
It turned out to be, it looked like cat litter and not. But then everyone was like, you know, sprinkling it on top of the ice cream. I'm like, that's supposed to be its own dessert.
Don't correct them at that point. Just let it go.
Yeah, enjoy.
They're still eating it, so just let it be.
I think it got left at Pastor's house, and I think Miss Anita was like, I used it in the cat litter.
Yeah.
Probably so.
There were so many things wrong with that day.
Cindy would never say anything.
This was the same party where he ate the tamale husk. Yes. He didn't take it off. So I had
tamale tots this weekend.
I'm not going next year to the.
Where were you? We went to ACL.
I went to ACL, which I highly do not recommend. There were 250,000 people there, man, and it was hot. And I didn't sit down from like 9 a.m. until like 1 a.m. at all.
Wow,
it was entirely too many people.
Was it hot or how's the weather?
It was hot. There were so many people. I only hit 2 full concerts. I don't think I got my whole experience in, but we snuck in. So that was like, I felt like it was crazy. It was a crazy weekend. So anyways, I'm glad to be home and safe. There were too many people there. There's just too many people.
That's cool. I like a lot of people. So this Saturday at BioFest, we're going to be out there in the day. We're going to have Clay Walker is going to be performing. So is Michael Montgomery. Who is it?
John Michael Mountain.
And there's going to be other people there. We're going to be there. It'd be awesome if we had our mobile studio there one day. I may buy it. I need to talk to Scott, see what's up. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So there's going to be, they estimated about 25,000 people there. So it won't be quite as big as ACL, but this is Lamarck's version.
Oh my gosh. They say, Wikipedia said, because I Googled it, I was like, this is ridiculous. How many people are here? I want to know.
Right.
Like, they sold out on Saturday. So what is sell out for this event? Anyways, they said over 2 weekends, it's 450,000 people.
Wow. And that's not even counting the people that are probably like vendors.
Helping. Yeah.
Yeah. Volunteers.
Yeah.
Security.
There were so, I can't. Anyways, cool. It was an experience. I'm glad I went. I was worried I wouldn't be able to make my trip this month because I made a New Year's resolution to take a trip a month this year. And this was the only month that I wouldn't be able to take a trip because I have to have some dental work done, which is as fun as it sounds. And so
what kind of work?
I have to have 4 teeth removed.
Where do you go to the dentist, by the way?
I have multiple dentists depending on what I need done. So this one is one of the I think it's oral surgery associates.
Cool.
They're going to take out some teeth.
That's
so I'm going to
cool.
have 4 days off. So if anybody knows me and knows that I don't take days off, I've got 4 full days off to do nothing. I don't even know what to do with myself.
Wait, can we make a road trip to Louisiana together again?
Oh my gosh, you need Boudin.
I know. Wait, we haven't done that trip.
As long
by
as
the
somebody's
way. Again, I say it again because I like in my head.
As long as
we
somebody's driving me, then that's fine. Because I'm gonna look like a chipmunk.
Will you be able to talk?
I don't know.
You're gonna have
be
like
my husband's dream. Like, this is gonna be the greatest. My kids are gonna be so happy. I don't know.
Maybe that would be the time to make maybe some Chef Mary Bass cake balls again. You have to be coherent to make.
Yeah, that's exactly. No. There were plenty of nights that Aura and I made cake balls without being coherent. So
hey, shout out to Shelly. She said she's watching at the doctor's office and brightening her day. So thank you for listening. We appreciate you tuning in.
Miss Shelly.
Yep.
She's great.
So there needs to be a trip for
Boudin
in the near future.
I like that. That'd be so much fun.
If we can get Joe Perez to agree to go on a weekday when he's at work and call in sick, then if we can get the 4 of us in a vehicle together, then I will sit in the back seat and navigate.
So here's something, Angie Butler. So this is she's the person who actually gave us the egg. So she's with Legacy Collision.
Yeah.
She said hello from Cozumel. I know she's been counting down to that cruise.
I got to meet her at a night out in Santa Fe. They did National Night Out. I got to meet her and her daughter, who is, you want your kids to be as awesome as you. Mm-hmm. Her daughter is awesome. Like, she is a firecracker. And I got to meet her and I was like, I want to hire you whenever. I met her for seriously 30 seconds. And I was like, whatever I have to do, you just name your price.
I saw her daughter for homecoming week dressed up as Cusco from The Emperor's New Groove.
Yes.
That was pretty awesome.
That was the greatest costume ever.
It's a great movie.
Cusco? Is that how it's said?
I believe so. I don't know. Emperor's New Groove. Cuco. I don't know. She was the guy, the Emperor.
La my face. That's all that matters.
Who was the actor in that?
That was David Spade.
Yes. And then the big guy from, what was that? Rules of Engagement. He was the big guy.
Yes.
He plays the voice of a couple people as well. And he's like,
yeah.
He was in that movie too.
Good stuff. So shout out to Cozumel.
Hey, you've got a whole crew that listens from Mexico.
Around
like,
the world.
this is it.
Angie, can you go around and just tell people at the cruise, be like, hey, like
KGA.
KGA radio? Like, just get a whole bunch of people.
Listen,
is that still kind of as an organic or an unorganic?
It's an organic hustle That's what we. It's a hustle, and
tell them it's just to say KHEA, and they're gonna be like, yes, I love that artist.
I love them. They're so awesome.
Because they're gonna be like
the rapper
KHEA.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rapper named KHEA.
Nobody even knows who he is either. So
not here, but he's pretty good down there.
We get messages from his fans all the time. They call our phone, and then I gave them my personal number at one point. That was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
It was young. It was
Kurt. Like 6 months ago.
I was like, this will be a problem.
29-year-old Kurt had no idea what was going on. The 30-year-old Kurt smartened up. Is that what it is?
It is.
That dude was a fool.
He was a fool. Man, that cheese was so good. Can we go back?
I was going to say, you've got 2 more slices in here, so you can have at it. I wonder if it makes it grilled cheese. Like, does it melt?
Look at this guy. I bet it does. It tastes good. Hey, I'm a fan of Norwegian brown cheese.
It was good. I'll have a.
Looks like caramel.
It does look like galleta, like the goat's milk caramel that they make.
Yeah.
Gallette. Yeah. I'm not gonna pronounce. I tried to. I'm like, I'm gonna say that name.
So what else is going on, Mary?
We did.
What else is going on? Okay, so wait. So the gingerbread contest was the first half of that. This is December the 16th at Mall of the Mainland in Texas City, and we also are looking for businesses to partnership because it's $5 to get into the event, and that enters you into a drawing to win a Christmas tree stocked with gift cards.
That's cool.
So we are looking for businesses to partner with us to donate gift cards, $25 or greater, to go on the tree. And then it's going to be a whole family-friendly event with a Santa and music and vendors. And we've got all kinds of really awesome activities that are going to be happening. So we're excited.
If KHEA Radio had a gift card for something, what would it be for? I have a couple of ideas. Is there anything that comes to mind?
Gift card to the pain simulator for the pregnancy. That's number one. Like,
well,
you get a discount.
We're going to get that done before December 16th.
We can do it again.
There's no.
No, I'm only going through pregnancy
he's
once.
He's an only child kind of guy. Like, I can't.
I don't even get the joy of having the child afterwards, so it's even worse.
Yeah, I know, right? You don't even get the baby that makes you forget all of it.
Maybe. I mean, we get new Facebook followers. That's how we did it this one. We got like 300 in one day.
Listen, I got to get through this morning sickness first. It's the worst.
Oh, my goodness.
He asked for an epidural.
We need some ginger ale.
Yeah, do I get an epidural?
Epidural? No.
Epidural.
Dude, that would hurt even worse than...
The epidural is the worst part of the whole process.
You know how they do it? They shoot in your spine, like literally into your... Right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Maddox, when I had Maddox, they stuck me 9 times. It's the only doctor I remember outside of my own, Dr. Troutman.
It's like a spinal tap, right?
Yes, it was the worst.
You know how people talk about that? Look at him just rubbing his eyes.
He just can't even handle all of this.
He's about to pass out right now. Like, ooh.
No, you just need to have natural childbirth. Like, let's do it.
Something else that I want to talk about. We could plan this, but I would love to have that small business expo where we bring in some small business owners to speak and have a dinner.
That would be really great, especially from a bunch of different platforms. You know, you have restaurant owners and you'll have realtors, and you know what the challenges are when you're a small business owner. A lot of people face the same challenges. Right. And so this would be a great way to just kind of encourage the small business owners who have the worst job in the world. Like, there is nothing worse than being a small business owner because you don't have your name out there as much. You don't have, you don't have the funds to necessarily go after, really, really big business. Right. And so it's a challenge. Every single day they get up, they go to work because they love what they do. Cool. And so I always want to encourage people, take the extra 5 minutes and go support a small business versus walking into one of the big box retailers. Yeah. And I do think that the one benefit about millennials, and a lot of people want to talk so much smack about them, but they are champions for small businesses, and they are, doing things to support small and local.
And that's what we like about KGA, is that we get to go to all of these great places. Like, we're talking about Bean King earlier. Yeah. We don't have to go to that word.
The big coffee boys.
Yeah, the Grande. We don't have to go to that.
Yeah, we don't know the Grande.
And so we love going to those places where it's, hey, they live in our neighborhood. They work in our neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. They're
part of our community. They're they're vested in the community. But see, even still, there are some like large chains that have really awesome operators that are amazing community members. I think about Chick-fil-A that way. A lot of their operators, they are out there every single day in the community. And I'd rather go there where when you walk into a business, they know your name, they know your kids, they know who you are, they have your order ready, kind of one of those things where you're actually part of their family versus walking into somewhere and it's just being a giant hassle most of the time.
That's what... Go ahead.
I was going to say, what's up, Christina Wells, tuning in.
Hey, that's my boo. Yeah, she's my best friend.
Tore it up at the
She was amazing. I didn't realize there was a second version of me out there, because I'm at 100 all the time. And then I got to meet Christina the night before the conference. We went to a dinner at South Shore Harbor, and her and I are like soul sisters. She does. I kept telling her, I was like, you don't realize you're my best friend. And
she's like, who are you?
Yeah, who are you? And what do you want?
Leave me alone. I was on America's Got Talent. Leave me alone.
But then she realizes that I'm a cook and that she likes, she likes good food. And so I'm happy to.
Here's the solution. Here's the solution, Chef Mary Beth.
All right, let's hear.
I got a solution so that she realizes how best friends you guys are. Okay, you need to audition. It's coming up. I think it's coming up here in Dallas.
Oh my
There's
God!
an audition for America's Got Talent.
No, they don't want my
interactive
talent.
cooking.
You know what? And then you're a cook. You're a chef. How would they not be able to pass you on if you're like over there cooking and you're doing your thing, and then you walk up to Howie Mandel and you're like,
That's not
"Look,
the talents that they want." I don't know if Howie Mandel actually eats food. Like, is he? Does he
he's
actually?
not even a human being, first of all.
Okay,
he's a
whoa,
robot.
No,
he's a robot.
Whoa. Bobby's World was a great show. He's a man of much talent, and y'all will show respect.
Do
Howie Mandel.
Do the Howie.
No, I think he would be my favorite out of all of them because he
He's
seems
hilarious.
the most practical and realistic.
He's the most down to earth out of all the judges. Like he understands, kind of down to earth, but
I don't
the
know.
whole
I
like
kinda
not shaking people's hands is a little weird.
Well, he's germaphobe. Like, let him be. Everybody's got their ticks and their quirks.
Yeah,
and
let's not talk about quirks that people have, Kurt. Like right now, it's not the place for you.
He might eat crickets.
Yeah, maybe.
See, that's what you could cook. You could cook like something weird, not weird, but like crickets or something, and you're like,
you know what's crazy?
Ooh.
There's an entire TV show network dedicated to chefs. Like, you could get a job.
what is that?
Food Network. Like, I could go work on for them, Food Network.
What is that?
Or you
cooking
can go
channel?
on
The
Fox.
cooking channel.
I can go on Fox and let what's his name yell at me all day long.
Oh, the Hell's Kitchen
Master
dude?
Chef.
Yes, Master Chef. I can't be on Master Chef. I'm too trained. It's the
We
Irish.
did speak to a Master Chef.
Yeah, y'all
contender.
did.
I have
What
an
was his
idea.
name?
I could be like your puppeteer, and like have you seen the movie Ratatouille?
Yes, where you-
and you be in my hat,
hat?
and then I'm just like
The little mouse.
exactly.
You got a little. You're the world's tiniest like Bluetooth
Yeah.
ear, like from The Office.
Yes.
And then like it's like, what
And
is
if I get busted, I'm like, no, this is the voice of my ancestors. You know,
This is the voice of my southern
mijito,
ancestors.
mijito, stop. You know, like I'm like making the tortillas, and I'm like, I'll stop. I don't even know it's there. I just think it's like
Oh,
legit.
That's great. Yeah, no, I don't see any of that going over too well.
I don't know.
but-
I do. In my version, it worked out perfectly, and I'm the new master chef.
And
Thanks to you.
and I'm the new Master Chef. Here we are. Yeah, they probably have pat down procedures for things like that. So
We'll figure something out.
we'll come. You can just
It'll
train.
be glasses. Like we take out one of my eyeballs. A glass.
Yeah, Google Lens or something.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I'm ready for it. I got shivers and chills down my spine thinking about that. Hey, this Norwegian brown cheese is legit. It's the real deal. Kurt, do you want this last one?
You can have the last slice.
I would throw this down on a taco.
Easy.
Put it in taco.
I wonder.
Life is good.
There's so many questions.
Answer. Ask.
I don't know.
Ask.
I'm just trying to think about like how you could legit. Like, could you have like a goat trio taco with like the goat cheese and then like cabrito and then like
Are you coming up with a new recipe right now?
Always, every day that anytime I move around anywhere, I've come up with something. But this is, I don't know.
I think so. I like it. The goat trio. So you got
But could you make a quesadilla? Like, does it melt?
what if you take normal cheese, then you mix it in with the other one? So if it doesn't, I don't know.
But does it come in another version other than sliced? There's so many questions, Natasha. We have so many questions.
We
She's
need
going
answers.
back.
We
She's
need
going back
answers.
in November, so we'll see about getting some more
Get
cheese.
some more goat cheese.
Hey, I saw Pierre was on here earlier, and he said he slept all weekend.
Yeah, he did.
Finally, just woke up, and now he's back and
He's
probably ready to start
refreshed
playing.
and ready to go. Yeah. So Pierre, we need a KHEA Small Business Expo.
Yeah, we happen to have a building that will see anywhere from like 100 to 4,000 people
Yeah.
comfortably. So I don't know. We may have a facility down.
We may be able to work that logistics out. I know the pastor. Anyway, so we've got that. When I leave here, I'm headed over to Santa Fe High School, which I'm excited about. We've got they have a wellness center over there where all the counselors are held, and so we're finishing outfitting that, and so we'll have a whole Facebook post about it and what we've accomplished and all the donors and amazing people who've made it happen.
That's cool.
It's really cool. It's cool for those kids that they've got somewhere that's, warm and comforting that they can go to.
And you were able to get all the funds and everything like that. Are you still looking for?
Yeah, we've got a
funds?
few things that we still need. And we're gonna, when I make the post, I'll post about what those few things are. But most of it's like I need 2 drawer locking filing cabinets, and I
Yeah.
need some rugs, and So anyways, I feel like I'm every single day asking for money or things or donations, but it's really cool the network that I've built and the people who have been able to help.
We have found out that people want to give. People want a place to be able to help and make a difference. And then once they find somebody who they trust and they can see the result, then that's what they want to do. So
it's really neat to be able to offer that to people because just exactly what you said, people want to be able to help, but not necessarily have an avenue on their own to help or a way for them to help. So it's a blessing that, we're able to offer that to them.
At first, and sometimes I still feel like I'm getting used to this. It is weird, like asking, hey, and it's weird. And then, but you kind of get used to it because you see the response.
I've settled into help asking. Like I've fully embraced the ask.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Anyways,
it's 10:05. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. We're supposed to have the Tech City Lamarck Entertainer in studio, but I don't think they're coming. Curt just canceled them. No. Curt, he just shook his head yes. But I don't know if they're going to be able to make it in today. We're going to be able to get them in sometime soon.
I can sit here and visit for another minute.
Let's do it. We're hanging out with Chef Mary Bass. Curt's drinking a rainbow unicorn energy drink, and I actually have one in my fridge, but I need to try it still. So if this is your first time to hang out with us, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. We're trying to spread a little bit of positivity, let people know what's going on in our community. This is who we are. And we love to spread some good news. So if this is your first time, hey, welcome home. You are a part of our family. You are a part of what's going on here. If you have something individually going on, hey, Curt, let me know. Do you have something going on?
I do. I have apparently a busy afternoon where now I have to drop a video.
Let's talk about this for just a second.
That's what I'm trying. That was my transition. Did you like that?
I like that. It was a great transition. We tippy-toed across that little border. Mary Bass is going to hang on for a few minutes longer, and then he needs crackers. Cracker him. So what we did is Curt had an idea with the Moore Memorial Public Library.
Correct.
To have a food drive benefiting the Galveston County Food Bank, which supplies all of Galveston County and a lot of the food pantries around the county and the schools with food for their after school meal programs and just the community in general. If you need a little extra assistance, it's the best way for our community to get extra food assistance.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you brought on Mr. Joe Perez and myself.
Yep.
And we went over to the food bank and met the director over there, and he is amazing.
I didn't know that Texas City had something like this.
I
had no idea.
It's a huge warehouse, and we got to get in there, and they had tons of volunteers who were, really
U of H Clear Lake was there?
There were so many people over there helping out and just donating their time. And so we're going to be doing a food drive, and we've got collection bins that we're going to be setting up around town at a bunch of different local businesses throughout Galveston County. And you can drop off your non-perishable food donations to those bins, and we're going to give a full list of different places where you can go, or you can bring it up here to Abundant Life, and they'll have boxes in all the 4 years as well.
Mm-hmm.
But with Joe and y'all and myself, we made a video, and it was a fun day of filming. It was hilarious. I realized how much I like live video over scripted video, but we got everything. So there's
value in both for sure.
You've been editing these videos for 96 years now. And I was looking all young back when we filmed it, and now I'm an old lady. But what is that that meme with the Titanic where she's like, it's been 84 years. Yeah, this is Curt's time of editing.
Curt's biting his tongue literally right now.
I'm just waiting for Gardy to be like, there's so much editing.
That didn't even come to mind, but there is a lot of editing.
There is a lot of editing.
Gardy gets mad when I'm like, hey, I gotta go back to the church. I have to edit videos. And he goes, you're always editing videos. And I'm like, there's so much editing.
There's so much editing.
That's literally never happened. I'm like, hey, Curt, can we go, and do this? And he's like, I can't. I got to go back to the church and I have to go do this editing. And then he's like, I have so much editing to do. So it kind of became a meme and a joke between us.
You left the women's conference to edit.
You did.
That was not my decision.
You so
You didn't even
much
probably get any
editing.
editing to do. You probably didn't even edit anything, did you?
He just sat
No, he
behind the
didn't.
computer and played on his
did.
phone.
And here's another thing.
Gardy
It's kind of a
will
joke.
run up. Gardy will run up, and you'll be like,
I've never.
See, I didn't catch you editing.
I go upstairs
I
like
didn't
all the
catch you.
time, and he's never editing. And I'm like, what? Yes, you're sitting there. If you're counting sitting there, that's editing, then yes, you're editing all the time. But I go up there and he's like on his phone or on Facebook and doing some other stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. Why don't you
It's
edit?
called multitasking.
Why don't you edit? And he's like, oh yeah, I am. And then he like closes the window and he's like,
Oh, look at me. This is me
Snapchat.
editing.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Anyway, so let's talk about the mega drop.
Yes.
So
November
we're going,
the 10th.
so not only are we going to be collecting food at all of these different small business locations around the county, then we've got a mega drop November 10th at Moore Memorial Public Library. And you can come out and we will be out there and we will be taking the food straight from your car and collecting it and putting it straight on a truck. And it's really great that we're doing this right before the holidays because that's a lot of times when, you know, families need the most food is when, you know, around Christmas and around Thanksgiving. So we're going to just stock up their pantry and get them all ready to go for the holiday season.
I love it.
And so that drop will be at the Moore Memorial Public Library on November 10th.
Yep.
That detail will be in the video when it gets done.
Whenever he
Hopefully today.
finishes. Yeah. But think about things for the holidays, you know, canned vegetables, rice, you know, anything that a family can use that's non-perishable. Go through your pantry, something that you might have bought that you don't necessarily, your kids are like, we're not eating that.
Right.
Go ahead and take care of that. They also are asking for like single serve snacks, crackers and granola bars, things like that they can send home with kids after school, things that they can eat on their own. Macaroni and cheese that come in individual containers are, they said, hugely popular. So
Yeah.
those are great.
I like that they make the single serve Velveeta one
Yes,
now.
They
'Cause,
do.
Yeah, usually it's like and I'm sure we're talking about like processed food and all that stuff, but it's
Whatever.
food and it's good.
It's
you know,
food.
you put it in
Well,
there.
for a kid who's hungry, it doesn't matter if it's processed or not.
What are you eating right now?
Oh my gosh, this is the best kolache in Galveston County.
Where's it from?
It's from Southern Made Donut in Dickinson on 517 646. It's got candied bacon, jalapeno, and cheddar.
Candied bacon.
And this is
Wow.
my favorite kolache. And I love them. The family over there is awesome. But my husband knows that they're my favorite. So when I had him go back and get the cheese that I left in a haste this morning,
Right.
he brought me a kolache
That's really nice.
on his birthday. How nice is that?
That's how that works sometimes, I guess.
It does. Let me give you presents on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Cool.
Kolache. Cheers.
Kolache.
Kurt, you like kolaches, right?
I love kolaches, especially the sausage and cheese. That's not sausage and cheese.
No,
is
you
it?
need a bite.
No, she said it's candied bacon, jalapeno.
I'm sharing. You want one?
Sure, I'll try.
Candied bacon. What's
Candied bacon, jalapeno, cheddar, kolache.
And you said Southern Made?
Southern Made Donut. It's in the Chevron parking lot
It's real good.
on the corner of 646 and 517.
I know exactly where that is. Yeah.
Did you just shake your head and like, I don't know. I mean, it's okay.
It's good. Kurt's,
Oh my God.
he's a food snob.
Why?
His
What have
palate.
you done to him?
I have
This is
learned.
so good.
I'm just trying. I'm going through the taste buds.
No, I need like instant, like, wow, this is phenomenal.
She'd be like, "We'll give it back."
Yeah, exactly.
Sharing.
I will
this on-
take. Sharing is not caring right now.
Mhm.
I need my kolache back.
Sometimes my wife, like, I want her to try something because I think it's good,
Mhm.
but she's like, I don't know if I want to try it because I'm not going to like it as much as you. And then I'm like, well, you know, I shared this most delicious food. I gave you a bite and you're not going to appreciate it. It's
No.
like it's a weird thing.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So Soli is asking, when can I get the bins? Hopefully today we'll be able to finish that video and the graphics will be done as well.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that Gardy will go upstairs with me and work on his computer and edit some graphics.
I've literally had my hard drive here waiting, and I've told you that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have it down there in the studio, and you're like, all right, I'll go drop some stuff on there so you can go edit. And guess what? It's been sitting here. I spent like $300 on this, and you haven't done your part. But I am ready to do mine. Also, I spent another $500 getting my camera like up and ready to go. So you know, whenever you're feeling like having some help or helping yourself out by helping me, then let's go.
Yeah, so we'll have those bins out today. Hopefully, like, not the wait.
This
Why
is
am I
like
saying
the
this?
longest answer to every question.
The longest
ever.
excuse.
Yeah, like let's tiptoe around how we cannot. So the bins will be delivered to y'all by the end of the week.
Thank you. I like that.
Let's
idea.
get some practical application for bins.
And where are some places we should drop them? So we've talked to Manish, who owns Coco Crepes.
Yep.
Stephanie from Furniture Zone said, please, you are more than welcome to drop one off here.
Stephanie is amazing.
Listen, Stephanie, I don't know who dropped her off here on planet Earth for all of us to benefit from, but she is by far one of the greatest. Baby Jesus did. She's by far one of the greatest humans ever. I know that Gypsy Joint in Galveston will have one, as will Hack Winery in Santa Fe. Both of them will have bins. And then we've got, who else? We talked to Manish. We talked to
the library is going to have
Joe
one.
talked to several. Yeah, the library will have them. The church will have them.
And
I know
anybody
Joe
else,
reached out.
if y'all are willing to have one, let us know, and we'll see if we have enough. If not, I think we'd be able to get you more. So yeah, let us
We
know
have
if
like
you're
30.
willing.
Yeah, we've got quite a few. You've got to put stickers on them.
I love that you remember when we got them. You're like, oh, we'll just open up Kurt's back of his trunk.
Yeah, Kurt, let's talk about, we need to get an auto detailer on y'all's Rolodex because your car, I have 4 children and I use my car for catering and it is in nicer condition than your single man
It's a
vehicle.
Jeep Compass. It's not supposed to be
No,
a
no,
nice
no, sir.
condition.
It's not the vehicle. It's the amount of nonsense that you have living in the vehicle. I'm calling you out.
I have like animals
started
that
this.
live in there.
No,
they
sir,
they need to be fed
Oh,
and
No.
they're eating trash. Like,
They are eating something.
clothed. I mean, it gets cold at night. They need something
have
to.
made nests in the back of your car. Like it was, you had the most random stuff. You had like kickboxing gloves and then like things that you've never had anything to do with.
broken equipment, new equipment, like literally bags of Whataburger, which for
If
somebody
you got stuck in the snow, like you may actually survive from the amount of random things.
Leftovers.
Yeah.
Leftovers. They're like, oh, I could use this. Here's the funniest part. Okay, and if anyone's watching who's law enforcement, please like just turn it off for just
turn
a
the
little
volume
bit.
down.
Turn the volume down.
Yeah.
So the other night we were driving, like I was at an event with a bunch of my friends, and they were like, "We don't want to call an Uber. Let's just all pile in Kurt's car."
Oh,
and so
my
they were
gosh.
hanging back there in the back with all the trash, and I'm like, "This is fun."
Wow.
No,
No, I felt
this
so
is how
bad.
you don't win anybody over. Like, let's have the dirtiest car ever. Like, how can your girlfriend get in there and be like, "Oh, this is so relaxing and calm. I love you so much." Like, that's not how that works.
Maybe that's why she doesn't. Maybe, I don't know. I've you know, and I wasn't always this way, but I like taking care of stuff sometimes. It's fun.
Being a good
Taking
steward.
pride in it. Yeah.
Being a good steward.
Yeah.
Being a good steward of your vehicle.
I'm just, I do take good care of it every 11,000 miles.
Oil changes are every 3,000 miles. I know that. Like,
wait,
and tire rotations are every 7,500. So, as much driving as you do, you need to take. Can you?
Well, here
listen,
lately, I've been driving more because he's like, my car, I don't know if it'll make it there. And I'm like, all
That's
right, let's go.
because you melted things because you don't know how to put lids back. Like, come on,
yeah.
come on. I don't even have my dude card, and I know like the basic components.
that was the funniest. That was the scariest moment.
funny and scary.
Funny and scary was when the hood was on fire, and I was like, "What is going on underneath my car?"
Yeah.
I
said, just get in mine. Just get in mine. I don't know. We'll see if it's in flames whenever we get back. But it was okay.
It was a funny time.
It was okay. Your car made it out okay, kind of. Kind of.
I'm so nervous. Can't you just clean your car out? Like, come on.
I do every 11,000 miles.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. All right. So if you own a car detailing business, Kurt is looking for you. He needs your help.
Or if
Severely
you own a
needs
car
your help.
dealership, we need your help too.
I can buy a new car.
Why can't you take care of the car you have so that you don't have to pay a new car payment?
That is true.
That's what they were saying at Area
Do you know
51
how much?
Auto.
Do you pay a car note right now?
Yes.
But can you imagine like
A new
what is
car
that?
payment.
A new car payment? Like think
It's like $200.
It'd be-
is what you pay right now?
It'd be
Yeah.
double at least
So
for
I
a new
have
car.
2 vehicles. One's 800 and one's 600. So like think about how many things I have to sell to pay my car notes.
Plasma, blood,
Yeah, exactly.
black market stuff. I don't know.
How is your kidney looking?
Probably not that good.
No, it's had a kidney stone or two, so it's probably not usable.
It's not a prime kidney.
No,
not a grade A kidney. We're gonna need a
no.
So just take care of your car.
What about? Can I sell my baby?
You're non-existent
KHEA Junior.
KHEA Junior. Would
Wow.
that make some money?
First of all, put some respect on KHEA Junior's name.
Put some
My
respect
baby.
on it.
He's beautiful.
He's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, yeah, I don't know. I'm just glad to
even
get
know
you
what
on
this
that
conversation-
machine.
Complete
We're
nonsense.
losing viewers
They're like,
right
this-
now. They're
this is-
tuned out.
Nah, this is nonsense.
Here's what I'm going to say. Let us know what y'all have going on today. This week has been fun so far. It's Monday. I ran into somebody this morning and they were like, man, it's Monday. I'm like, I know it's Monday.
It's
And they were kind of
Monday.
looked at me kind of crazy. And I was like, that's my favorite day of the week. And it's on purpose. It wasn't always, but I just figure, hey, it's a new week. Let's get it going and just be
Well,
excited
they've
about
got
something.
Friday. Like, can't we have Monday?
Monday. I agree. Monday. Because it can be anything. Like,
They
Mary,
wrote a
I'm,
song.
I'm sure you have a lot of stuff going on this week, right?
Oh my gosh, this is a crazy, crazy week.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like, we're finishing up the wellness rooms.
Mhm.
We're what else do I have this week?
The WIC
got-
class tomorrow.
Oh,
We have not talked about it.
okay. This
That-
is so cool.
We have, by the way, when Mary comes in, we have a list of things that we always are going to talk
And
about.
we never get to most of
It's
them.
like text message the night before, and then we never do it. And then afterwards, I get a message from Mary, and she's like, "We didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this."
Yep.
Well, this is why we have a rundown, people.
Okay, so listen, here's the coolest thing. So Galveston's own farmers market, which is our local farmers market in Galveston, they're based out of the Bryan Museum on 21st Street.
Okay.
And so they have a market twice a week on Thursday evenings and on Sunday mornings. And they're great. They have all those local farmers we talked about earlier.
Mhm.
Several of those show over there. So they wrote a grant to start a healthy eating campaign through cooking classes in the community. So several local chefs participate in these classes, and I'm one of them. So one of the people that we partnered up with is the Women, Infant, and Children, the WIC, which gives pregnant moms and young kids under the age of 5 benefits like milk, cheese, produce. But the market will match their produce dollars down there, and so they can use their benefits at market for I think it's once a year on fresh organic produce.
Wow. Yeah.
So we started doing cooking classes, and we're going to be doing them once a month. On the is this the third Wednesday now?
I don't
It's
know.
the third Wednesday or second Wednesday. So it's the second Tuesday of every month
Okay.
that we're going to be doing these classes. And so they're free as long as you receive WIC benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And they're great. And you get to eat and cook and do all the stuff. It's the third Wednesday right now.
This coming Wednesday, yeah, is the third Wednesday.
So today is the third Monday.
Yes.
So then tomorrow is the third Tuesday. That took a lot. So it's the third Tuesday of every month we're going to be doing these classes. And it's a great partnership. So
And there's a lot of people in our area who can benefit from something like this, right?
absolutely, because all you need to do is be on your WIC benefits or receive WIC benefits. So if you're a pregnant mother that receives it, or if you have, had just had a baby, or your child is under the age of 5, it's income based, but you get the benefits. But we take the ingredients that you get and show you how to make new dishes with them that are healthy and from scratch.
When I was a school teacher at Chavez High School, which Chavez is in the Pasadena area, it's still Houston. It's still, I was HISD. I remember the one slide when I first started was they were going through like the student population,
Yeah, right,
like the
right,
demographics,
Right.
and the average income of the parents, not just one parent, but parents
Like the combined.
of the kids was $33,000 for the year.
Oh yeah.
And that was the average. So think there's people who make less than $33,000 as a whole.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what?
Well,
I couldn't
Dickinson's
live off of like that with kids.
Oh yeah, no, and so Dickinson's the same way. They're a Title I school district, so a lot of their kids are below poverty level. So a lot of those families have these benefits and access to them. And what was crazy is when Tim and I got married, I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't work. I didn't cook, And we had 3 kids by the time we were 26 years old. And I had WIC benefits because we lived off of less than $20,000 a year with 3 children. So I was somebody who had WIC benefits. And so for me, teaching these classes is very full circle. You know, I was able to utilize the benefits when I needed it with my small children. And then now I'm able to give back to people who are on these, you know, have these benefits and really just show them, like, you know, it's not something that you have to, you're taking care of your kid. Don't be prideful, you know, and to the people out there, to the consumers who are in the grocery stores and people are using their benefits, you know, I assure you these moms wish that they had the income means to not have to utilize them. So be patient with them when you're in the store, when they grab the wrong milk or cheese or whatever it is. And, you know, just be patient. And so anyways, it's really cool to just kind of see these moms who are interested in learning and teaching their kids something healthy come out to these classes and sit in and learn, you know, something new.
Because there's only a certain set of items that you can get on WIC,
right? It's like legumes, beans, and we do lentils. You get vegetables, you get cheese, you get fruit, you get yogurt. When the babies are younger, those are what you get when you're pregnant. You get whole wheat bread. When the babies are born, they get formula, or if breastfeeding moms get additional cheese and dairy and stuff to benefit them. And then as the baby grows, they get baby food, and then they get juice and stuff and it's all very tailored to a specific like meal plan. They have like very set things, and they're the core food items.
Wow. And you said that goes to kids who are up to 5 years old?
I think once you hit 5, that's when they age out, because then I think in my mind, the concept is they start school at that point and they get part of the lunch program. But this is really just an addition. Peanut butter. I know they get peanut butter, and there's some other things.
And we've talked about that before, how sometimes whenever it's school, you know, like in the fall and it starts up again, a lot of kids, the best meal they're going to eat, maybe even the only time they're going to eat real food or a meal, is whenever they're at school for breakfast, and then school for lunch, and then at home it's like, hey, I don't know,
you've already had 2 meals today, like good luck. And you know, and a lot of times parents are doing that out of their own reasonings, but a lot of times they just don't have the option. And so that's why, you know, the food drive, when we were talking to the food bank, they were saying there's plenty of times where kids don't have the resources and they're able to send these snack bags home, especially during the summer when they don't, you know, have access to it. And so this is, you know, working with the food bank and working with, you know, the farmers market and with the WIC program. These are great resources for families, low-income families, to be able to have access to, you know, not only the information, but to the resources.
How does the food bank work? Like, if I needed food, you know, if I was somebody who had kids and like, hey, I can't get them food, like when they go to school, they got it. Would you just like walk up or call them?
So they have like emergency services where you can say, like, a lot of it's through like Catholic Charities and, you know, different food banks in the county. And there are other food banks that, like His Ministries in Santa Fe is another one that has a food bank that's a local one, and they are self-servicing. But Jesse Tree in Galveston, there's other places where you can walk up and be like, I need food, and they have like emergency bags for you. But then you can sign up to get benefits every month, and so then they put you on, and they basically count you in, and every month you go and you pick up your stuff. And then there's several drop locations at different churches that on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, families can go over there and pick up benefits. And a lot of it is fresh produce and stuff that comes down from the Houston Food Bank, because they have a greater reach than even our Galveston County one does.
Yeah, and we're talking about all this because Mary is doing some WIC cooking classes, and then we're also promoting and talking about our food drop and what we're doing with the Moore Memorial Library. We're teaming up with Chef's Table Charities, KHEA Radio, and Moore Memorial Library are putting on a food drive. We're trying to fill up the food bank.
And Texas Chronicles.
Texas Chronicles is helping with the food drive for show.
And a ton of other people too.
Yes.
There's a bunch. We've got a really good broad reach that's going on with this food drive. It's going to be really awesome to kind of see the community come together and support.
I think, you know, it's so intriguing to me when you talk about kids and not being able to be financially successful. We've had a couple people like the Birthday Joy program in here before, where 1,000 kids every year are helped by this organization that helps out children who don't have a home. And when you sit there and you go, wait, 1,000 kids don't have a home? That's insane to think about every year.
Well, then you're blessed that you don't have to think about that. Just think about how blessed you are that those thoughts don't even cross your mind. Like that you're in such a category that is doesn't have to even consider it. And so for that position, and y'all already do this, is to be able to take your position and use it to benefit others. And that's the greatest. You know, you are successful in life when you've gotten to that point where you are so blessed that those thoughts, like you're just like, I didn't even know this had even existed, that you don't even realize it happens. But then to take that position and then use it for the benefit of people who are less fortunate than you and who don't necessarily might not have had the same opportunities and might not have had the same resources that we've had, you know. And, you know, we can think of 10 people who we can go ask for help. Those aren't people out there aren't lucky enough to have that. And so, you know, it's great that we're able to turn around and give back and do those things.
Yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, you'll run into people and they're like, hey, I'd be happy if I had this, you know, if I had this car, I'd be happy if I made $10,000 a year, if I had this and this. And at the end of the day, you have to find, you know, the happiness and peace and joy in your relationships and your family. Yeah. The fact that we had, you know, Curt, you know, you had family growing up and brothers and we're able to go to college and, you know, and myself too. Yeah. You know, and just find joy in those things and in relationships and just finding joy in helping other people instead of like material all the time.
Yeah. And that's the greatest thing, you know, and what stinks about the tragedies we've had recently, on the positive note, it's brought people together and brought communities together closer that you didn't realize. Nowadays, it's not cool to go talk to your neighbors. It's not cool to reach out to strangers. It's not cool to hold the door open for people. And those are things that we need to get back to and get back to those, you know, knowing what's going on with the people around you and being aware and not just focus, you know, pick your head up for just a second and see what's going on around and how you can help.
Well, I saw a news story the other day. It was a 12-year-old kid, not even 12-year-old. I forget what age he was. I think he was 8. Actually, he was 8 years old, and he missed his bus.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't know how to get to school.
No, he was a high school kid. He was a little older, and he missed his bus, and he went to the neighbor's house.
Knocked on the door. Yeah. Like, hey, how do I get directions? And they came out with a shotgun and was shooting at him.
Yeah, because they thought they were getting robbed. It was a kid with a backpack, and it, you know, that is what is sad. You know, it's so sad that we've come to that point where people can't even ask for help without possibly being the one that need the help now, you know? So, right. But it goes to show that you need to just take a little extra time and a little of your resources and give back. And by far, you will be blessed 10 times over for doing that. And just, you know, it doesn't need to be monetary. It doesn't need to be, you know, this grand gesture. Do something kind for somebody. Buy somebody's meal in a restaurant. Buy, you know, somebody's coffee behind you in line. It'll make you feel good. And here's the greatest part. Don't go post about it on Facebook like, look what I did. Just do it just to be a good person. Right. And not for the recognition of, look, I'm a good person. You know, just do it at that moment to be kind to others.
Yeah, I agree. Right now it's 10:32. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. We're hanging out with Chef Mary Bass from Chef's Table Charities, Chef Mary Bass from Katie's Seafood House, Chef Mary Bass from Viva La Cake Balls and Galveston County
Chef. No, Cutthroat Kitchen.
So what's up with the Galveston, the voting? Is that still going on? Like the nomination?
Yeah, so we are, I am, y'all aren't in the
running.
We are
not.
It's okay. For the unicorn down. Yeah. So there's a contest run every year by Galveston.com. Curt is so hurt.
Shout out to Galveston.com.
And they
return our phone calls.
And they put on this best of. And what's different about it is the best of Galveston. It's not Galveston County. This is truly a Galveston-based contest.
Galveston?
No, sir.
We are a radio station. There is not name another FM radio station, Galveston.
There's a ton of radio stations that hit into Galveston. Keep going, Julia. I'm sorry. You have to excuse this guy.
There's best of Galveston. And so I'm nominated in 3 different categories.
What are they?
They are best chef, best caterer, and best Snapchatter which I think is hilarious because I don't think there's another person in the category with me. So how can you be the best at something without any competition?
That's been trying.
Yeah, that's a good.
And nobody thinks they're like, well, you're the only one.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
Touche.
You are the best because you are the only one.
Mm-hmm. So you're nominated for these 3 categories.
So best chef is a category that I have won. If I win this year, it will be my 4th year running.
Are you pretty confident?
Well, here's the thing about this category, about this entire contest, and it's my disclaimer, is that it is a gigantic popularity contest, and those who are most popular win. Conveniently, I'm a really awesome chef and a really awesome caterer, so it does help that I will win these categories because I am actually good at what I do.
Okay.
The best is a little skewed.
Is there any young and up-and-coming chefs in Galveston that, I don't know,
There's
not
a
necessarily
lot
have you worried, but nipping at the heels?
No.
There's
How
not.
many nominations do we need? Because we've seen like people who have nominated us, like we've seen screenshots of it.
Mm-hmm. You need 5 nominations to make it on the nomination board.
Well, looks like we don't have 5.
We need 5 of you to go and do this.
What is it that you're trying to be nominated for?
Anything.
Doesn't matter.
We're not even on best Facebook.
Let us be on Best Chef. We're fine with it. We won't win, and we're fine with that, but at least we want to be on the
So
board.
after this, it goes to like a shorter category.
Okay.
To the semifinals. And then it's shrunk down to the finals, which are top 5.
Cool.
And those start like in November, but it's announced New Year's Day. So it's always one of those like nail biting things on New Year's Day that I wake up and like find.
It's exciting. Like,
it's like Christmas to me. Like
Oops,
it's Christmas.
I did it again.
Yeah, I did it again. It's great. So if I win 5 years running, I'm going to have a party.
That's
so
cool.
this is year 4.
Well, I think you have a good chance. Curt is nominating us
What's the
again.
postal code for Galveston again?
77550.
Maybe that's what kind of.
I just want to know where the votes are coming from because I get votes from all over the world. You don't even have to be in the county.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anybody can vote.
I feel like the people that are at the top of the list kind of benefit because you're at the top.
Well, right now it's a lot because it's all these nominations who have gotten the next 2 rounds of voting shrink significantly down to like 10 and then down to 5. So it gets easier to get through, but everything is up for voting. Like best dry cleaner, best nurse, best police officer, best. I mean, like there is a spot for everything except radio station. But all the food, all the drinks, there is a ton of really best Galvestonian, best politician, best realtor.
Hey, we called Mary Beth Bassett the other day from Galveston Island Tourism, and we were trying to schedule her to come in.
She's not taking your calls anymore?
Well, no, she answered. She was in Austin, and she said, hey, I'll be back in town like in the next 2 days or something. Mm-hmm. Let's connect, and we'd love to do some stuff because we were going to go to Galveston with her to go do some stuff. I don't know.
Right.
And then we wanted to bring her back in because she was pretty cool.
No, she's awesome.
Do you know her?
We know of each other.
Okay, Mary Beth Bassett, Chef Mary Beth.
How can you not know? I met a Bass the other day too. Her last name was Bass. I was like, Basses unite.
Yes.
There is actually another Mary Bass on the island.
There's a Lance Bass. He was in NSYNC.
There's lots of Basses. I'm married into the name.
What, Curt?
Wow. Just wow.
Just wow.
NSYNC?
Yeah, NSYNC.
He just busted that out.
Yeah. You're listening to KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We're talking to Chef Mary Bass. We're talking about Galveston.com, the best of the island.
She's nominated again. Sorry.
We have to use a different email, probably a different computer.
I got 5 emails, trust me.
Yeah.
You're going to make it. He's going to weasel his way in one way or the other. But then, so here's the problem is once you hit those nominations, like once you make it to that point, then people have to go in and vote for you because then you won't make it into the semifinal round if you don't make it through this round.
Okay. I also see that under best website, that Galveston.com is nominated themselves or somebody else has nominated Galveston.com. I don't think it's funny.
They have a great website. So,
yeah, they do, but it's just funny. Like,
yeah, you can win your own award contest.
Yeah, so KHEA Radio Awards, we're going to be like best radio station. Oh, KHEA won the best radio station.
Are you going to do it like on the Grammys where they open the envelope and they're super shocked? Like,
and the winner is.
Yeah. I kind of sound like that's something Flo from Progressive would do. Like, and the best insurance company is Flo from Progressive, and
then the speech. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything prepared. I didn't know.
What is the State Farm guy's name? From State Farm. I saw somebody's content.
Jake.
Khakis.
Yes.
Jake.
So I saw a costume, Halloween costume the other day, and it was Flo and Jake from State Farm, and they were husband and wife, and they went together. And it was hilarious. It was a great setup. Like, that was a good costume idea.
Well, she sounds hideous.
She sounds hideous. That and the CVS receipt is my other favorite costume. You know how the CVS receipts are so long and useless?
Yes.
From CVS.
You're kind of like my Gardy.
Okay.
So long and I went there. Sorry.
Okay, let's keep talking about the CVS receipt. Anyways, it was a costume where the back of the receipt like drug behind them.
That's cool.
It was hilarious.
I want to be the hanging Chad.
I don't even know what that is.
From the political thing in 2000 with the hanging Chad. Man, what a sad reality of our attention span as American people to not remember what the hanging Chad was.
It was
such
18 years ago.
Such a pivotal time in our.
You were 12, and the hanging Chad made
Can you
that
even
much.
say it? I don't even know idea what you're talking about. You're
when
like
when they punched the car.
George Bush won because of the hanging Chad. I'm using a How I Met Your Mother reference right now.
I am.
We're rewatching that show.
Anybody else listening and know what the heck he's talking about?
No.
I have no idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll walk away.
Sometimes we're having like really good conversation,
and then Kurt
just
like
comes in like
derails the whole thing.
Yeah.
You're like a deer on the
just running
tracks.
in the deer running in between, and it's like, what just happened? And now there's deer everywhere. Speaking of deer, it is hunting season's coming up.
That's
as far
exciting.
as being a chef, does that like bring a new aspect in?
Well,
to
I
the
always
game?
love hunting season because inevitably somebody will be like, I'll trade you cake balls for this venison.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And there's a new meat processor in Lake City called Stone Cold Meats.
Okay, they do that too.
They do meat process. Have you been in there yet?
We
The butcher shop?
haven't. We haven't.
Okay, you've got to go meet them. They're the coolest family ever. Beautiful.
Come on our show, I think. At one point,
he is so busy right now. And now that it's about to be deer season, it's going to be
so
busier.
I'm wondering, like, what sets a butcher shop like Stone Cold Meats apart? Because I've seen a lot of love that they've been getting, and the meat looks good, and they're like, wow, I'll never go anywhere else again. Now.
Well, he brings in the best quality products. He's using farmers, 44 Farms, and these other really big farmers that have delicious products. And then he's doing unique applications with them. So since keto is so trendy right now, he's doing a lot of like meat combinations, like stuffed chicken and stuffed steak and stuff like that, that's stuffed with things that a keto person can consume.
Cool.
And so it's really like one-stop shop, but he's making his own sausages and doing cuts that other places you can't get in the grocery store. And it's walking in and having like a local meat shop that, is, they know who you are. And
So
it's cool.
the processor, that's how they make the sausage. Is that what we're talking about? They grind it?
Yeah, they like
grind
grind all this, but like they'll take your deer and they'll cut it into however you want. They'll make your sausage for you. And there's several places throughout the county that do that, but they're one of the new ones. Leon's Cajun Corner in Galveston, or Leo's Cajun Corner in Galveston.
Oh, were you there the other day?
Yeah, I
saw you
them.
post.
I love them. They have the best andouille that you're gonna get.
What is that?
It's a Cajun style garlic sausage.
Okay, you know what? I've seen that word written down in a menu before, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. How do you say it?
Andouille.
I was like andel or something like
No,
that.
and I was saying andouille and got corrected by a Cajun.
No,
and
man.
they're like, and I every time he'd walk back up, he'd like, and how do you say it? And I was like, andouille. So
Andouille.
now I've been edited.
There you go. Hey, that's fine.
But anyways, there's lots of processors. I just know that they're going to be doing some pretty cool, unique stuff.
Yeah, he was supposed to come on our show, and then something happened with the lights, and he had to wait for somebody to come out. And he said, being a small business, brand new. Hey, I'm the maintenance. I'm, the boss. I'm the employee. I'm everybody.
Yep.
So,
and he's got a few guys who are working with him, and his wife is so precious, is working there as well, but she still has a full-time job. And so he's got help, but they keep expanding. They're about to put in a larger cooler, and they've really taken off, which is awesome. I'm glad that they're successful.
That's the one thing that I found with a lot of these small businesses here in Texas. When I was in Nebraska, I didn't really connect with a lot of small businesses. Like the small business thing wasn't really a big deal.
Yeah.
In Nebraska. In Texas, it's a huge deal. But a lot of these families, they have full-time jobs too.
Yeah. So that's what stinks about it, is because you can't, for the first 3 to 5 years, you can't really support yourself alone on a small business. And, that's why it is so critically important to support those small business owners because, they need to be able to feed their kids and do things. And that's the reason I closed down the bakery. I had to make a large amount of money every month. I was trying to decide between paying my light bill at home or paying my light bill at the bakery. I was like, I'm not choosing that. Like, this is not a choice I want to have to make. And it's decisions that small business owners have to make every single day. Having to live that, is that why you want to make sure you champion small businesses? For sure. Yeah. I say it all the time. It is the worst job in the world is being a small business owner because every single day you have to think about not getting a paycheck. And, when you walk into normal places, when you work for a doctor, they give you a paycheck just for showing up. Like, just show up and type on this computer. We're going to pay you. Being a small business owner, you can work a 16-hour day and at the end of the day be like, well, that was fun and not get paid. Yeah. For the benefit of your company. My macro mill. So Pete Chavez, he's the owner. We've had him in before. They're located in South Houston off of I-45. Yeah. And they have good food they brought in. But I am friends with him on Facebook, and I always see him kind of giving a different insight that I don't see as somebody who, prepares food and he has a bunch of stuff going on where he's like, hey, I worked, 16 hours today. Without any blinking. Without even blinking a 16-hour day. And that's like normal. That's like you still actually got some sleep and saw your significant other. 7 days. It is what it is. 7 days all the time. And when on your days off, then you're having to run and go shop and da-da-da. And, the thing about being small businesses, you have to every single day watch your costs. So sometimes that means you have to drive further to go buy ingredients or buy supplies to keep your costs down so that you're profitable you're at least break even point. Right. So it sucks all your free time. And then those days he was talking about, hey, I had somebody kind of call in or do some stuff. It's like, hey, you call in, you cost me money. It was kind of a joke now, but he's like, you call in, you cost money. You come in, you don't really try and work. You cost me money, and all these people. He was breaking stuff down. You're costing me money. You know? Employees are unreliable, and they take 27 days to edit one video, and they do all kinds of.
Always comes back to
always goes full circle here.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Man, we got 2 hours with you today.
I don't even know. I know. I don't even know.
We're making up for lost time because we feel like.
So what happens when I laid in bed entirely too long and then got up? I got stuck on for an extra hour. It's good. I appreciate it. No, we're good. We're headed over to the high school to finish up over there after this. What else do y'all have to do today? Today, let's see.
There's so much
editing.
Well, hopefully there's not as much editing left to do after today because he'll have completed some of it. So he'll have editing to do, not so much editing to do.
True. Just editing.
Yes.
But as an editor, it always just comes back.
We have to make
it. It's just like there's more. It's never empty. The editing never ends.
That's good. I'm happy.
It's good for business.
Yeah. So we have a couple spots we need to put on. We have some new sponsors and partners that are starting today. One being Butler's Courtyard. We love Butler's Courtyard.
They got a new location too.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, we checked it out.
I haven't seen the new spot. Is it beautiful?
It is.
It's great.
It is. It's like right down the street in the area. And we actually were told the news, and we're like, well, don't talk about it.
Yeah, so this was like the rush. Yeah, you get. How is it y'all are breaking all the news over here?
I know.
Well, we didn't get to break it.
I-45 now broke it the next day.
We were kind of mad. We're like, you let them do it, not us. Come on.
No, it was all good, but it's beautiful. We checked it out. So we're going to make a spot for Butler's Courtyard. We're making one for Legacy Collision, and we're making one for Farmers Insurance with Ricardo Daniels. They're going to be going on as our newest partners and sponsors is starting today.
And then we're still waiting on partners. So if you are a business owner, if you have a small business, if you're driving in the car right now and you're like, they should partner with this business, then that should be something that you guys do. Give us a call at 346-704-1806. 346-704-1806.
Yeah, but not between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. because Curt will have you on Do Not Disturb.
My phone's on. My phone is on. If it's an emergency.
I do Not Disturb, though. I'm with you. My hours are a little different. I'm a midnight to 6 a.m.
Midnight to 6 a.m.
10 p.m. that's dedication right there.
By 10 p.m., I'm winding down.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. We know you. We know how it. We know. How it is.
He's winding down his game. That's what he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
I have so much editing to do tomorrow. He's like looking forward to it. I don't know.
As he moves his characters around on his Farmville.
Yeah, he's playing Farmville, and the Farmville characters
that.
are doing editing.
Like Farmville characters are editing for you.
You know, when we were at the food drive, I was making fun of somebody for playing Candy Crush, and this weekend I rediscovered Candy Crush, and now I feel weird for making fun.
You shouldn't make fun of people at all.
True.
You
especially people that you meet that are doing like cool things in the community.
It was a bad joke that went bad. I'm like, you know who plays Candy Crush? My mom plays Candy Crush.
And then after that, he was like, "Hey, want to like KHEA Radio on Facebook?" She was like, "No, maybe later." Got up and walked out. And later,
like,
I pulled Kurt to the side, and I was like, "Hey, do you realize why
you just mocked her
that
and
went that
then
way?
asked for a favor?"
I thought it was funny.
And he went like he looked at me like this. He's like, "Huh? No, why?" And I was like, "He's like, oh, I didn't even see that or pick up on that." I was like, "You can't do that."
You can't read the social cues there, Kurt.
Yeah.
Like
Next time I'll say, I love Candy Crush. I'm playing it now.
write me out.
And then they'll be like, I'm done playing Candy Crush if he likes it.
Yeah.
See, I just can't
it's
win.
obviously not cool
I can't
anymore.
win. I can't win.
You can. You're loved and adored by all your fans.
Yeah, you can. You can win, Kurt. You can win. Let me hear you say it. I can win.
I can win.
And I like how it was like a declarative.
Count it all joy. James 1-2.
It's 10:50. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We have about 10 minutes left. We've had a lot of fun with Chef Mary Bass, and there's still a little bit more fun to go. So make sure you stay tuned.
What you got?
You can share this video out. You can like KHEA Radio. Go like Chef's Table Charities. I saw that y'all did a big push, and y'all got like 1,000 or 800 likes.
We needed to get, so Facebook doesn't really recognize you unless you're over 1,000 fans. And so we needed to get to that point. So we did.
Y'all broke, yeah.
And it's kind of cool. Chef Mary Bass is about to hit 6,000 fans.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a few more likes I need over there. And then Chef's Table Charities, I think, is at like 1,200 now. So we need to get up to 2,000. But
cool.
that's going to be a push.
We broke 3.
I know.
We're close. We're sitting at like 31.98 now.
Yeah, whenever we started the show, it was 97. So we needed 3 more likes to get to 3,200 likes. Pretty cool. So that's fun.
It's good. And every single person that likes, so for some people, they're like, oh, I'll just do it and then never see them again, kind of thing. But it matters to the algorithms. So every page that you like, it helps our algorithms work out.
Yeah.
All the nonsense all the hoops that Facebook makes us go through for people to be able to see us.
Have you noticed Facebook though it's weird. It comes and goes. Like things that they like and things that they don't like. They're like, I like this. Facebook says we'll promote this, and then there's like, okay, now we want to promote this. Well, it's weird.
It is, and it just depends on how much you're posting. But really, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to get to Joe Perez numbers. Like,
man, so how long has Joe Perez been doing this?
At least 3 years.
No idea. He's like he is our magical unicorn we're all trying to be.
I've seen videos from 2016, I believe.
2016. So he's got a couple years on us. But by the time,
he's also got a couple of Emmys on us. So like, let's get real.
Yeah. Joe Perez and all it is. I mean,
he's the coolest kid in the room, and he's not even Joe. Here.
We should make a commercial where we say, I want to be like Joe.
Like, I want to be like Mike.
You were supposed to make me some t-shirts, and that didn't happen. So I don't.
There's so much editing to do.
It's just his never-ending excuse. He's gonna get business cards made, and he's gonna have his name on them in the front. And he goes you're gonna flip it over on the back. And he's like, I can't actually do anything for you. There's so much editing to do. Don't call me.
I don't have time to make business cards. Come on, somebody else has to do it for me. There's so much editing.
There's so much editing to do.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
It brings it back to Howie Mandel, like Bobby's world. That's like Bobby's mom used to talk that way from Wisconsin.
Don't you know?
Bobby.
I think the thing about America's Got Talent that is hilarious to me is not one single judge is American. It's a Canadian, 2 Brits, and a German.
Oh, wow. I didn't even make that. So is Howie Mandel Canadian?
Yeah. That's why he's funny.
Not American.
Explains a bit.
It's still America's Got Talent. They're in America now.
They're in America, but none of them are American, which I think is awesome. It's like the melting pot of TV shows.
So Solian just had a comment. She said, one day I was going to unlike KGA, LOL, but after getting to know y'all, I stayed. Once they get to know y'all, y'all will grow. So thank you for staying, Solian, even though my original react was crying.
It's like when you get a new girlfriend and they cook really horrible and you just stick it out because you think they're cute. And so then eventually the food becomes better. Is that how that works?
I think so.
They cook for you?
Well,
I need to find this.
Kurt's like, they hang out with you? That's cool.
Hey, you guys. No.
It's like whatever picking on you that could possibly happen.
Dang.
Will happen.
All the time.
Listen, I just want to see this birth simulator go down.
Yeah, it's going down. I might as well say the place. So I've gone to Peak Performance over there. They're actually at Mall of the Mainland. Dr. Mahano, he's done some chiropractic work for me. And so
so is that just the little thing that goes on your back?
Yes. As far the research that I've done, it shows it's just one of those things. So what they do is they position them in a place to where it's going to hurt, and then they stimulate.
I don't
know
if I feel comfortable about knowing what this place is.
Yeah, they're going to get you in peak performance to be able to have this birth simulation. It's just one of those things. That's what Kelly was saying. I saw she just tuned in. She was like, hey, my husband has one of those. She was like, yeah, don't go buy one. My husband has one. And so we're going to try and work something out. Make something happen.
Let's make that happen.
I would buy like multiple just to make sure that we get Curt in full experience mode,
Do I have to take my shirt off? Because
please
the guy at KRBE Special K definitely had his shirt off.
That's because he's Special K and just likes to walk around without his shirt on.
Dude.
That's just how he is.
No, Curt, you're gonna have your shirt on. We may even have you in a jacket.
Do I get like? Wow.
Do you get what?
Do I get like a hospital gown? I mean, if I'm having this baby,
we'll put you in a muumuu.
It's a muumuu.
It's like a nightgown. Do
I get the body pillow? Because I love the body pillow.
No, you're gonna lay on your back. So there's just like recently a YouTube video going around of like a gentleman doing this at home and his wife is controlling it. And so they're like, that's a 1 centimeter dilated, that's a 2 centimeter, and this guy is losing his mind on the couch crying, and he's got muscles and he's like a jacked looking dude.
See, that's what I'm scared about. Is I saw Special K. He looks like a dude that can take pain. I do not look like a dude that can take pain. So I'm a little concerned.
There's no way you're getting to 10 centimeters. I think we need to have a running bet.
10 centimeters?
Dilated. So
it's okay, Curt. Let's not go too much explanation.
Listen, the greater centimeter dilated, the stronger the contractions are. Y'all, help me out on Facebook. Like I can't explain the miracle of birth to
Curt
Google
it. It's better if you just don't even do any research and you just realize, hey, this is gonna happen.
Like I watch movies on the Hollywood and it doesn't look that bad.
Listen, until you see a kid be born, it's just a totally different experience.
Solian asked, did he have a six-pack? And I was like, does Curt have a six-pack? ? And then she said, no, we can clearly see that. The guy, Special K, did he have a six-pack?
Yeah, Curt.
Poor Curt. Curt could have a six-pack. Mick World.
I have a six-pack and a pound.
Yeah.
Six-pack and a pound from Taco John's.
Oh Lord, this is going to be great. This is going to be great.
Don't even be scared. It's going to be nothing. Like you said, it's just like, it's not that bad, right? That's what you were telling me, at least.
People have labor pains for like 12, 16, 24, 36 hours. Like, is this like a marathon labor pain, or are we doing this all in like 3 minutes? Like, we're taking you from a 1 to 10, a 1 to 10 centimeter dilation in like 5 minutes. One
time we left our YouTube live stream on for like 2 days, like a weekend, and didn't even know. And then we got back and he was like, why is it already live? And we're like, oh. We're like, what has happened in here? We're trying to recount. Is there any reason we should delete this video? And then we're like, yes. We should delete this video
right now.
Sometimes things shouldn't be streamed. They go down, and it's just best to not get rid of it.
Is that where we do the share-a-thon? Is when I'm like for 24 hours? Yes. 24-hour childbirth, and then we do a share-a-thon
for $1.
Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to go through it. And you're right. Like, most of the time the labor pains, at the end you get this beautiful baby and you're like, forget every nonsense that you went through.
Oh, there will be a birth of something.
Yeah, we know beautiful babies. We're gonna bring you burritos at the end of this whole thing.
Kelly said just through the show, so only 2 hours of labor. 2 hours, and we'll start. It'll start out easy, and then at the end it'll be A beautiful KHEA Junior.
I'm shaking.
KHEA.
I'm so glad.
Maybe we'll get you another unicorn.
What did your mother say?
He had a 95th percentile head. Oh, about the.
I don't want a burrito baby. Like my grandchild's a burrito or something like that.
She wanted a shirt.
I love her. Yes, whatever she said, I was crying listening to her.
Yeah, we need to make some calls too about the shirts because we had made some calls. We just keep missing people, and we're trying to get some shirts printed up, and got to bite the bullet. And
Kelly's like, I've already helped you guys. Come on.
Maybe at the end, KHEA Junior, we find out it's a pineapple. And you're like, I did all this for, and you have a pineapple.
I don't even want to think about the pineapple being birthed.
Yes.
Where is this going? Like, y'all have you're ruining Christmas right now. You're ruining Tim's birthday.
So Leon said, if I'm paying $100 to see Curtain Pain, then it has to be over, it has to be at least 20 minutes of like
Do I
pure
get to
pain.
take a pregnancy class? That is a good question.
A Lamaze class would be good for you.
That would be funny.
On that note, we're out of time. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Thank you, Mary, for hanging out with us.
Yeah, I'm glad I got stuck with y'all today. This is a good place to be.
Yes. Coming up next, we're going to have some music, and it's going to be a good time. So tomorrow, we're going to have some more guests in. We're going to be having some fun. This is Kickstart, so stay tuned. We're going to be doing some stuff in the community later, getting Curt on this simulation process, and it'll be a good day. Coming up next is Bethel. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. See you tomorrow.
All right, bye, guys. You got 2.5 hours today of us.
Whoop,
and like 2 hours of Chef Mary, which is awesome.
I know, right?
Great show. Love
Bye,
you guys.
We will not be shaken. We will not